My issue is now I got hair growing out of places I don't want it to grow. Dude, my ears are out of control. And I remember my great grandpa, like he just had like a bush growing out of each ear.
My God.
I mean, like I'm serious. They would just like that, and it was just like a flat wall of gray hair. And I'm like,
doesn't that affect your hearing?
Probably. I mean, it was just a wall of hair, like a furry ear, and I have to pluck it like
you look like a hobbit.
Day. Oh, dude, I don't remember much about my great grandpa.
I don't know. Mine's it's not coming out of my ears. It's just like my sideburns get so out of control.
No, mine's just like I'll pull out a hair out of my ear that's like that long. That's growing from here. My eyebrows. Do I have to trim my eyebrows now, or else they get like all huge and bushy?
You're just gonna be like
that's what Italian guys just grow more and more hair.
You're gonna be like Wolf Boy, Benicio del Toro, and like
if I didn't try,
you could go join the circus. That could be your new job.
No, they closed the circus. It's gone.
Oh yeah, new circus.
New circus. The human circus.
It's the freak show.
Yeah, that's still a thing, right?
Not Scary Farm. Could probably be like the Wolf Man.
There you go. No, if I didn't do anything, I'm already there. I'm halfway there. Because already my beard grows up like to my eye sockets. I have to shave from like here down. My neck, I mean, it doesn't stop from my back to the back of my head. That's not new in and of itself, but it's just getting thicker and longer.
Now I'm paranoid about my neck because that whole like, now the big thing like calling loser people like neck beards. And now I'm worried. I'm like, do I have a neck beard?
Like it's not a new thing.
I know, but it's like a big thing.
No, I mean I don't need. It's just a beard.
What's the difference?
I thought it was like if you just have it shaved.
If you only have the neck, but who does that?
People do.
Why?
I don't know.
Why does that? Why is it like loser people are like
I'm just too lazy to like look beyond like?
Or is that because it's the only way they can grow?
Maybe.
What kind of person?
Google neck beard and see what comes up.
But I like, because I went on this subreddit because Amber like commented in there and I was like, what the hell is this? And it's just people making fun of neck beards.
Amber Vecchio?
Yes. No. Not Amber Vecchio. Like I keep track of Amber Vecchio.
Oh, that's funny because I wasn't even thinking of that. Okay. Didn't even say, let's see.
Smug, self-important, or shy unless with fellow neck beards. They're just making fun of people now, like, so like I guess.
See, like those are. That's like a straight up only beard on your neck.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Is that Gordon Crisp?
Yes. That is Gordon Crisp.
What is he doing now?
Being a neck beard, apparently. Poor guy.
That guy looks like Dave Nepper.
So I don't know. I don't want to be a neckbeard.
I feel like
I'm not a neckbeard.
In its purest definition, it's just a beard on the neck.
Yeah, but it's referring to like fat slob guys because this is something that came up in my recent like. They're like, oh, neckbeard, the wrestling shows. I'm like, that's almost everybody. Like, you guys, there's definitely neckbeards in here that are just self-hating.
Yeah.
Because I know you're not all just like, oh, somehow all the cool guys, you're all hanging out on Reddit, and all the losers aren't.
All the
like that's how it works.
In-shape guys,
yeah,
that's where they all go.
They all are on this Reddit. Yeah. It's only those guys
talking about wrestling.
It doesn't make any sense. We're just all the cool guys. We're all here.
That's where they are.
Definitely not any of the
nope.
Smelly. Might smell. Might be a little large. We're just all these buff, awesome-looking wrestling fans.
Yeah, that's where they go.
Because there's just so many of those.
I'm working out with one hand, and I'm typing my mean comments with the other hand.
Yes. And I'm making fun of fats because I can.
Yep. Ugh. We got audio there? Oh, good. Okay.
Poor Sean Googled himself last night when he couldn't sleep, and then he saw all the bad things people said about him online.
Sean who?
A hot tub guy.
Aww.
And then he was sad. And then, like, even in that thread when he said that, and people were like, oh, no, you're great. But then even then, people on Facebook, there was a couple guys that were calling him a loser in there. I'm like, why are you Facebook friends with somebody that's calling you a loser? Because he's nice. This is what happens. People are jerks.
People are jerks, and you should never look at the comments.
But I'm like, they're just mad because you're doing something that they wish they could do.
Right.
They're not smart enough either. This is seriously, that's my favorite thing from. Did you ever end up seeing the interview?
Yeah.
They hate us because they ain't us. That was like my favorite thing from that movie. Because it's true, especially with those dudes. Because those are just other fat dudes that are like, oh man, I didn't think about I could interview wrestlers in my hot tub. Oh well,
but
shoot.
Again,
and then I also told them like, dude, none of those dudes like have a T-shirt that people buy and wear. I've seen people wearing his T-shirts. Yeah. They're just mad.
I've seen it. I even know who he is. I'm not even into wrestling.
There you go.
So,
stop being jerks. I'm just so mad at everybody for being jerks.
I think that your suspicion is correct. I don't think all the supermodel in shape dudes are on there commenting on his thing. Like,
but what if they are? What if I'm wrong and Reddit is just a bunch of buff? Well, it's a bunch of people that think that's what they are. The self-image of all these people on Reddit would be amazing. Like what they really, what they think they are.
Yeah. They could do one of those.
Yeah, one of those
what
things.
Do you think they are what they really are.
Oh, that's come on.
That's been done, I'm sure.
It's been a rough few days, man.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bad things have happened.
Oh, yeah.
People dying. You lost your favorite. Is this your favorite Bond?
I don't know if I can say favorite.
Yeah, but come on. There. If Phil were James Bond, you would be Roger Moore.
James Bond, yes. But there's my top three are Roger Moore, Sean Connery, and Pierce Brosnan, and for different reasons. So it's tough to say. Some of Roger Moore's movies.
Are you going to have a Roger Moore marathon in his honor?
I don't know. What time?
Because his are the goofiest ones.
They are. Well, some of them.
Come on, Baron Smeddy.
Oh, no, some of them are the goofiest ones.
Matthew from Botch. I had forgotten all about the part where he rises up and he just shoots him like he explodes.
Yeah.
And then it also reminded me that Papa Shango was a total ripoff of Baron Smeddy, and I didn't even Smeedy, whatever it is. Zemetti. But Papa Shango was I'm like, how did WWF even get away with that? Like, isn't that a copyrighted character?
Yeah, but maybe they were just.
I guess it's generic voodoo guy, but down to dude,
the necklace thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna real quick, because this will be another. This is some good preview pre-show. So there's Baron Samedi.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
pretty much. I guess there's enough. Is
there enough difference? Do you think they probably did? Their lawyers probably are all right.
Well, he doesn't have the skull on his chest. The skeleton on his chest.
The makeup is slightly different.
Slightly. And then he's got a top hat, but I guess
they both have top hats.
And then the cane.
And they both have necklaces.
Doesn't
Baron has a cross. Papa Shango is just chicken bones.
But he has a cross on his
stick. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's generic voodoo stuff, and they can probably point to that.
Plus white guy. That was their lawyer. Nope.
Except he's not a white guy, but he's white enough.
Yeah, whiter guy.
Whiter. I don't know.
Roger Moore, my favorite Roger Moore. See, as a kid, and I would always have told you my favorite James Bond was Moonraker. As a kid, it's goofy, but it's got Jaws. It's funny.
It's got Jaws floating around in space.
It's funny, but it is very goofy, as an adult. But I still have a special place in my heart for that. But my favorite one of his is probably Man with a Golden Gun. I think that's up there for me. And then Live and Let Die is great for what it is. Plus, the best theme song of any James Bond movie. I don't know. And I think Octopussy is his one of the goofiest ones. Well, I don't know. What's the last one with Christopher Walken? Is
dude, View to a Kill is amazing.
That one is bonkers. That's like, absolutely bonkers.
It's so great though.
Yeah,
Grace Jones.
Oh, dude, it was definitely. That's definitely one of the weirdest ones. I don't know.
And that's a great song.
There's so many great ones, but my favorite will always be "Live and Let Die."
Speaking of James Bond stuff, Chris Cornell died too. And their theme, that's a great theme.
A lot of Bond. And again, it's very sad, but Roger Moore was 89 and has been sick for a long time, so it wasn't like
what my favorite Roger Moore thing is outside of James Bond, of course.
Spice Girls.
Okay, you have to admit that he was hilarious in Spice Girls
I knew exactly
as the chief, and he's always like all his weird sayings. Him and Richard Grant are like the best little they're chemists. They're always.
I saw that movie in the theater
because they're really fun. He's really funny. Richard Grant's amazing. I'm glad that Richard Grant is back.
What is he back in?
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Doctor Who movies. Because he was I retired and he was doing theater and then he was basically retired, but he's been in a bunch of stuff. I'm glad that Richard Grant is back.
We're there. Oh, you watching New Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, that was it.
That
was the season
parade one. Oh my gosh. We're there. Oh, you watching New Bob's Burgers? Yeah, that was it. Oh my gosh. We're in an endless cycle. Turn it off. I can't get out.
It's just us going.
Tina.
He shoots Jimmy Jr. with the t-shirt gun.
I like that Linda made them all pickles because I made the first one. It looks so good.
Nobody stopped me.
No, you can't leave me alone. So good. Teddy is really good in that one too. I loved his whole thing. He's driving this float and he's like, it's just good to have some human contact. Being in the float for 10 minutes was too much for him to handle.
I think we can finish the Kalmbach letter today.
Hey, we can
going to do it.
Do we have any other mail?
We have a Mario one, but it doesn't even make sense. I'll let you try and decipher it.
All right.
When we'll read his first.
Okay.
I don't know.
Stream of consciousness, man. Did you see Brian's he wanted me to find that Mr. T poster with the cat.
Oh yeah. Any luck?
I just saw it before I came over. A little while ago. So
we found that Maggie, Brian Hill's wife, found the freaking Jurassic Park stencils.
Yeah. I'm almost certain that was a book club. I remember that picture.
Oh, the Mr. T one? Oh, yeah. That's definitely a Scholastic thing.
Totally.
But where would you even... Because my friend had the best Scholastic one that he got from Scholastic. It was Gary Coleman in a chef's hat, flipping burgers. Why? And he kept it for, he's like, I'm like, where the heck did you get that? He's like, from Scholastic in 1982.
That's awesome.
Is it like what's cooking or something? It was Gary Coleman,
Oh, dude.
So because I'm like, I had no idea where. Because I'm like, did you print that out for the internet? I'm like, he's like, try and find. It's one of those things. Try and find this image. It can. They had all those goofy posters.
Yep. Loved it.
I would get the wrestling ones, or most of my posters I had when I was a kid were whatever was in Nintendo Power.
See, I didn't ever tear them out though, because
You were that
I was the
kid.
kid that didn't tear them out.
I had like all the Nintendo Power posters, and then like later on the big giant ones that came in Electronic Gaming Monthly. They had like these Street Fighter 2 series. I had like all of them. I had like so many video game posters. It was like the nerdiest thing ever.
Mine was, well, at a certain point, mine was all bands.
Well, like that happened for me like late junior high. Like
yeah.
like late junior
Before
high.
that, most of my wall was like nature ones.
Oh, yeah.
I had like a ton of like all those I got them when we went to camping, and I would get them at the ranger station, and they would have like identifying mushrooms or identifying different plants and stuff. And it was all Smokey the Bear, and my favorite one is the mushroom one because it says "Have fungi, but be careful," and that's the tagline over it.
You're the biggest dork.
I think that might still be hanging there in that room, which is my parents' office now.
That's a big shocker.
Have fungi, but be careful.
You had a stupid mushroom pun.
I thought it was great. I think that's the one that started it all. Oh.
Check.
Check.
Have
Have fungi.
No.
But be careful.
No.
I think that's the one that started it all. Check. Have fungi. Oh, but be careful. Oh. Did you see Amber's response to the Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Like that's
Ron Weasley.
I'm impressed. Like I didn't know, because did you see her next one then?
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Because then I said, "Don't worry, you won't Hermione feelings."
That doesn't even make sense.
And then she said, "Oh no, what was her next one?" Dang it, I can't remember. It was like another. It was like a pretty like Sirius, something about Sirius Black, like I don't know.
You guys are dumb.
And then I said that they call me the half pun prince because I couldn't think of anything good.
I was have to make sure Mario didn't post anything too weird. That's right, Mario. I said that.
No, this is funny. Did you see it?
Oh,
it's a trap for cats. It's really funny. Watch. I mean, for squirrels.
Is that real?
I don't know, but it looks pretty great. It could be. I mean, it looks real.
I don't
know
think that's
what
real.
triggers it. Dude, I caught 3 gophers today. They're trying to kill my apricot tree. Gotta fight them. Stop them.
I do like this picture.
Okay, wait. What was her last one? Oh, I'm serious. Black.
You are the master at puns. They call me that.
See, it makes sense when it's written down.
But half puns.
Well, that part. No, but up here when I said the Hermione, you weren't Hermione feelings.
That still doesn't make sense.
It's close enough.
Hermione
feelings.
No.
That's the magic of the pun. It doesn't have to be exact.
That's like really far off.
The more, it's sort of like the uncanny valley, the uncanny pun valley.
No.
The further away from it is, you feel weird, and that's what's so great. What was the Trump joke that they were going to take action on him over?
Oh, he basically said something about him and Pence that was naughty.
But, because he's on like, was he on NBC?
They weren't going to take any action. People make FCC complaints all the time, and they investigate all of them.
Yeah.
This was all completely blown out of proportion because people wanted a story and to get people mad. So then they it's just to get people mad. It's all that any of this ever is. People need to stop being such suckers.
Stop.
Like the FCC investigates all claims. They weren't. People made it seem like they were gonna like singling out Colbert, and it was like government censorship. It's like no.
So someone made a complaint.
Yeah, lots of people make complaints because that's what they do.
People complain all the time.
People go all the time. So somebody published all the complaints that people made about Monday Night Raw in like the 90s, and it's the funniest thing you have. FCC complaints are hilarious. Like things that people sent you, they're all public. Like things people complain about Sesame Street. street. People complain about everything. Like it's the kind of people that would complain to the FCC. Like it's nuts.
That's funny.
Like this one of the ones that Colbert did single out because he read his own complaints was that this guy's like, I have to watch this during when my kids are eating dinner, and Colbert's like, I'm on at 11:30. Are you starving your children until this man needs to be investigated? He is starving his children until 11:30 at night.
Yeah, that's maybe instead of complaining to the FCC, they can complain to CPS.
So he was kind of poking fun at stuff like that.
That's funny.
Because they are. A lot of them are stupid and don't make any sense. And it's clearly people that weren't even watching or like, I don't know. It's dumb. And funny.
Oh, David's here. What's up, my brother?
Are you ready?
Ready.
Since it's 9:16. You forgot Lunchables.
Sorry that.
Crap, I did. Well, you need to be able to see. Oh, wrong. Now I got this back in play. I gotta like.
Hero.
Okay. Is it going? There it goes. All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Radio BrendoMan. I'm Brendan Creecy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
We were just talking about it's been a bit of a rough week.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost Chris Cornell. I feel like this is again like I feel like we might be cursing everything because we were just talking about how all the grunge they're all dead, and now like Chris Cornell
we really
sadly
can't say things like that. When are we gonna learn?
Eddie Vedder better be just.
Stop, what are you doing? What did you just do?
Oh, no,
that doesn't count.
Eddie Vedder's in a good place.
Oh my gosh, we can't even say people's names.
I guess that's true. We probably shouldn't.
Dude, if something happens to Eddie Vedder now, like you have to stop making the show. Like you're killing everyone.
Man. All right.
What if something did?
It's not. Stop it.
What if there's like a serial killer
that's like listed in our show? Yeah, but Chris Cornell was not murdered.
That's exactly what the serial killer wants you to think.
Oh.
All right.
It's not nice.
Let's move along.
Well, we also lost Roger Moore.
Yeah, I was saying that's the first like main James Bond ever to die. I mean, you got Jimmy Bond, the American guy that was in the TV, but for the Broccoli, main ones. So
the Broccoli,
yeah, Albert Broccoli, Cubby Broccoli, the guys that produced the James Bond series.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, you're like James Bond lightweight here.
Broccoli, yeah, good old Broccoli.
It's the Broccoli family. Then he died, and he passed it on to his kids, and then they managed it.
Are they like gazillionaires?
Probably. I mean, it's the longest running like movie series of all time, and it's in the same family still.
Is that because that's why they just keep crank? Because as long as they crank them out, they have the.
Well, and the most.
Were they like friends? How did they get Fleming to make that deal, or like how did they get that deal?
There's actually some great. If you want to sit and watch some documentaries with me, I got a ton.
Oh yeah, because isn't that a whole thing? And that's why. And then somehow they were able to like somehow they only had the rights to some of the.
Well, at first they licensed them, or they got the rights
one at a
time.
But then somehow they got the whole thing.
Well,
or they got the character, but not all the books.
Well, what happened with the Thunderball is the issue, is that one. And what happened is on that one,
this is some James Bond history.
I can't remember the guy's name, but a guy who co-wrote the movie and introduced some like original ideas into it. And then he claimed ownership of it. There was a lawsuit, and they wound up, I think, settling, if I remember correctly, so that he had the rights to use it. And that's where
Never Say Never Again
made Never Say Never Again, which is basically Thunderball again.
Yeah.
But part of it was he also within that had the rights to Blofeld. And so that's why when that came out, they weren't allowed to use Blofeld anymore. And so the James Bond one, or the main series one that came out at that time, and I don't even want to mess it up, but there's Roger Moore one that came out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
that one is when they killed off like a Blofeld type character at the beginning, as if to say, "How?"
But isn't Blofeld Inspector?
He is. They've re-gotten the rights.
So they managed to. Yes. Oh, okay.
So it's
that's why it was a big deal. That's why Spectre was a big deal. I still haven't seen Spectre, by the way.
It's really good. I like it. It's not quite up to.
I know you're still
Skyfall, but it's really good.
All right. I'm sure Mark Kalmbach's yelling at us.
I know. But we definitely don't see. I get it. Like Daniel Craig has been hit and miss. I did not like the first two, but Skyfall is great. And Spectre, I think, was a really good follow-up. So
and then today I also found out that Lisa Spoonhauer from Clerks passed away. It's very sad because she was very young.
Who is she in Clerks?
Caitlin Bree, the girl that sleeps with the dead guy in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
But Kevin had found her, like, she was in a community junior college. He told a really sweet story today on Instagram about, like, he, in the initial auditions, he didn't find anybody. And then, like, he went to, like, a community college acting class. And then he, like, nervously, like, approached her in the parking lot, like, in its stereotypical, like, hey, want to be in a movie? And she's like, not if it's porn. He's, like, said it's not porn. And then she read the script, and she's like, well, it sounds like porn, but it's definitely not porn. You know, it's very...
crass.
So... But she liked it, and then like that, and like I think she got nominated for an Independent Spirit Award, I think. Yeah, and then she actually was married to Jeff Anderson at one point, Randall. But and then they split up, and then she was a mom, and yeah, she died in her sleep. It's very sad. Yeah, so it's been and not to mention the bombing, the concerts, targeting children. It's just. So hopefully we can provide you with some...
a better week.
Yeah, because it's been a little bit of a rough... I took a sick day today because I found out my sick days don't roll over.
Well, that means that you get to roll over and go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I did this morning.
Yeah.
But, you know, the year is wrapping up.
It is. When is your last day of school?
Well, the school's over on the 2nd. Well, the 1st, the Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a teacher work day on the 2nd. And then I'm working... just me that next week. Like the teachers are gone.
And then are you off after
I'm off on the 9th, man. That's it.
That's awesome.
Done.
Our kids...
I'm not back till July, I think the 2nd or 3rd week of July, but then I'm back off for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So
we go like an extra week then. We're still in school after that. We're in school up until like the Wednesday after that, whatever that is.
When are you leaving?
The Saturday after that.
Man.
So yeah, we I think it's the 9th maybe or 10th. I don't remember the exact.
You're gonna be gone for how long?
It's for 32 days, I think.
It's gonna be a summer without Phil, everybody.
It is. You got plans?
I have some plans. I have a shell of a plan.
That's good. You got a plan. What's the plan?
I'm gonna be calling in some guest stars.
Good.
We're not gonna be doing
summer me, right?
It's gonna be a summer Phil. It's probably gonna be Derek.
That's cool. I will probably have internet at some point, but it's definitely not going to be like a reliable type of thing, and certainly not like to record remotely because we'll be off by 9 hours or whatever. So there's just no.
You got to do some like something from the road though.
Well, we will. Well, and
some fun.
My plan. I'm bringing my microphone and my laptop. I'm just going to bring my the Rock Band mic that I used to use, but. So my hope is to get a little bit in there, but I don't know to what degree. But maybe I'll send in, some updates from the road you can plug into it or something.
Record on your phone or something. You're not going to have your phone.
Well, I have my phone, but I don't know.
Do you have a voice recorder application on it?
Probably, but I have my computer anyway.
Yeah, but if you're on you can just use it wherever. Be like, this is Phil.
That's true. I could do that.
I don't know. Seem more conducive than if you were like, you're more likely to do that than like starting up your computer and plugging in your microphone.
No, because it's just a USB mic. It's easy. The way that I've done it on our other trips is we do it in the evening. We're in the hotel room. The kids are in bed. And
well, if you're just doing quick stuff, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it's not going to be long.
So you're flying to Denmark first?
Yeah. Well, we have a layover in London, but it's a quick one, like not long enough to go out of the airport, and then fly to Denmark, and we're there for like a little over a week. And then I think like 9 days, maybe 8 days. And then we fly from Denmark down to Milan, which is in the far north of Italy. We're doing like a road trip down the coast through Pisa. Man. We're staying at the Leaning Tower of Pisa Hotel. like across the street from it.
You're staying in the tower.
We're staying. Well, there's like a hotel. Yeah, yeah. We're on the upside though, so it's okay. We'll land on top. Oh. And then we go down to Rome, and down to Naples, and we do our cruise out of there. And then we come back to Naples, and we're going a road trip up the other way through Florence. Bologna,
so I sent you that
Venice.
Strang intel.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to do the Popeye Village?
I want to still try to. It definitely sounds like it's going to be more challenging than I had hoped.
Yeah. He did make it sound like it was entirely possible.
Yeah. But, you know, part of it is going to have to be when we get there and see.
I hope you get to go to the Popeye Village.
That's our plan, is to do it.
And he said there's a boat ride.
Yeah, well, I did know that. I've done great research.
Because he said when he went, it was closed. Right. But at this time of year, it shouldn't be closed.
Be okay, because it goes in that cave where he fights the octopus.
Strange in the movie. Yeah.
That's where the boat
Strange just went to a bunch of the places you're about to go to.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But he didn't do
kind
it
of fun following his little
Yeah, he's been posting a lot of pictures. Made me jealous about your trip.
It's gonna be
I'm gonna be here, but I'm going to a lot of wrestling shows.
Yeah.
I got the weekend of my birthday is Shada's wedding.
That's right, you're officiating. Wait, are you doing 2 weddings?
I already officiated one. It's done.
Oh, okay. That's right. You did one.
I did one this past weekend at the Nixon Library.
I didn't know. I mean, I knew, but I didn't realize it was this last weekend.
When did you think it was?
I don't know. I thought it was upcoming still.
So
how did that go?
It was great. I kept my wedding. It was 10 minutes and we were done.
Nice.
Because the other wedding was long, and it was like Saturday was like the hottest day of the year so far.
Yeah.
And we were out in the Nixon Library Gardens, and there was like no shade, and it was very hot.
So it was a double wedding?
Well, there was a Hindu ceremony. It was a fusion wedding.
That's right. I remember that now.
So there was a Hindu ceremony, and then they changed clothes, and then there was an American wedding, and that's what I officiated.
And you were 10 minutes?
10 minutes in and out.
Nice.
Boom. And everybody said I did a great job. Complete strangers. Some people asked me if I do. They asked if I had a card. And it was a lot of fun. And there was
give out your card?
Good time. I didn't have a card. Oh. But I don't know. I don't know. It's fun, but I don't know.
You don't want to travel around being a traveling wedding minister?
Well, it could be a profitable
It's true.
venture.
I mean, they get paid to go and do that. And if they're happy with 10 minutes.
And then we had fun. And it was cool because Shada was there. So I'm like, because I'm like, this is what it's gonna be. I mean, if you have some ideas, she's like, well, I have some ideas, but that's perfect. And
that's cool.
Shada's wedding is at the Disneyland Hotel, so it's gonna be exciting.
Be in air conditioning.
It's gonna be outside also.
But
then we go inside for everything else. Same thing with this. We went inside. It's really nice in there. Condoleezza Rice was there.
Really?
Yeah, she was doing like a book signing.
Oh, okay.
And then she came up. Anthony and I were like eating donuts outside, and like she walked by with her like security and like didn't really say anything, but and then she went and she signed the guest book for the wedding.
That's cool.
Because she saw that Chris was a veteran.
Oh.
But you know.
Did anyone throw her at the end of the wedding?
That's dumb. That's really dumb.
Because Rice.
Yeah. It was weird being at the Nixon Library.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parallels Nixon going on.
Yeah.
Part's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
That's in Yorba Linda, right? That's
yeah.
The one there. Yeah. Okay.
But it was cool. And then we went to Angelo and Vinci's after the wedding. I haven't been there in a long time. And it was proms. There was like a bunch of like prom parties, but it was cool. We had like a little buffet thing.
Calzone?
Well, we had a buffet thing.
Oh, okay.
But it was still like that good, like the fat pasta. I don't know. It was really good. And those rolls.
I'm like salivating.
Yeah, dude, Angelo and Vinci's. Well, calzones. The Angelo and Vinci's calzone is like the best.
Dude. I always got the calzone.
Yeah, me too. I remember one of the first times I ever hung out with Janelle was we went and we got the calzone and we split it. And then that's how big that calzone was like even of my half, I only ate like half of it.
Yep.
And so I still had that other half. And I remember because I had it in the fridge, you were like begging me for some of your like, because it's like, especially if it's like a day, like in the fridge.
Yeah.
So you like made me give you some of it because you're like, want some of that calzone? You're like, I think we did like a trade.
That's good stuff.
Like, I'll give you some gumballs.
Yeah.
Give me some of that calzone.
That sounds right. Or whatever other like oranges.
It's probably like a soda.
Who knows?
I definitely think I got a soda out of you.
Chips. I always had those little chips. I had bartering things.
I remember one time, because I remember Jonathan used to keep sodas in his fridge. We'd always be doing stupid stuff. Like one time he was like, This is a very famous.
I know
this is a very
one well.
famous Brendan story because he was just sitting in there like a mannequin, and I was convinced he was gonna like jump and scare me. So I'm like, if you don't do anything, I'm gonna grab this. I'm taking this soda, and he didn't, and so I just took the soda, and I'm like, I'm taking it, and I'm opening it. I'm opening the soda. I'm gonna drink it.
And you drink the soda
right in front of
him. You
him.
can't just take someone's soda. You're like, he didn't move.
He didn't move.
I told him I was gonna do it. I remember debating over that like at great length.
You can't take the soda.
You can't just take someone's soda. I told him I was gonna take it. He didn't.
So I was just so sick of him trying to scare me, and I thought he was gonna because I'm like, you're gonna give up a soda.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it took.
He just wanted to torture me. He liked that more than the easy scare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was on.
I remember one time I got so mad at him because he wouldn't move, and he'd go in there, and then one time he had like his. I think I finally made him really mad because he had his like box fan like in the window, and I went around and just shoved the box fan over. Like I went over on the other side of the window and just shoved it
across the line.
And I think that's when he finally was like, Brendan! Because I think it fell on his TV or on his Nintendo.
Look what you did.
Well, he wasn't
moving.
I
had to do something. And that was the famous Brendo line. I had to do something. Like, Brendo, you didn't have to do anything. I had to do something. He wasn't moving. I had to do something.
So yeah, I'm a wedding officiant now. Yeah. I officiated a wedding. I signed a marriage license.
Wow.
Legally binding.
You're the dude.
I'm the dude. I'm the dudest priest.
The dude.
So we got one more of those coming up. I'm also going to a lot of wrestling shows.
Exciting.
That weekend, if I get tickets to PWG, is PWG on Friday, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood on Saturday, wedding rehearsal Sunday.
Wow.
And then Money in the Bank on TV that night.
When is the actual wedding?
Sunday Monday. Night? They're getting married on Monday because it's cheaper.
Oh, okay.
It's like several $1,000s. I can imagine,
yeah.
So
that's cool though. So wait,
dude,
that's after you're out of school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out on the 9th.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
But listen to what they got: a Dole Whip cake.
What?
Yes.
Is it actually like frozen?
I don't know.
That sounds amazing.
But I'm really excited.
Oh, is that like a thing Disneyland
Yes,
does?
There's like you can get that.
Oh my
they have
gosh.
A new one. They actually tried it. There's a churro cake, but apparently they said it wasn't that great.
Yeah, I think of the two, I would feel like a Dole Whip would translate to cake more. Because churros are good. You gotta get them deep fried, right?
Whip cake. I'm very excited.
That's pretty good.
But I'm gonna be out there for my birthday, so at least I won't be too alone since you guys are gonna be here.
That's why we did our early birthday celebration. I had it planned ahead of time, so that I knew I could do something before you left.
Nobody's ever here on my birthday.
I know you had the bummer summer birthday.
But then we got New Japan Wrestling July 1st and 2nd, and Marty and Sarah are gonna be here. And they just announced they're going to have a press conference, New Japan, in Gardena, and it's open to the public, and all the wrestlers are going to be signing there. Because I didn't get they sold out of tickets to the meet and greet, so now I'm hoping I can meet a bunch of the wrestlers at the press conference thing. And I also figured out why they're having, because you know how I think I talked about this. I found out the actual wrestling isn't in the arena; it's in the convention center hall.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are they doing that, and not the arena? Because New Japan Wrestling is owned by this company called Bushiroad, and they make all these collectible card games in Japan, but they have a pretty big American audience now, so they're having their big Bushiroad card collecting convention, and so they already have the hall space. So I think they're just moving all the tables and everything, and then they're putting the wrestling there. So they have convention during the day and then wrestling at night. And they already have the hall paid for. That's why they're able to do this, which is kind of genius.
Kind of just freebie.
Yes.
They already have it. Huh?
And so they're like, well, at night we can sell however many thousand, because I think it's like a few thousand.
Right.
But I'm in the, I don't know. I will see how this works out. I'm in the very last row. It's 17 rows of seats.
Okay.
And I'm in the very last row. I hope I can see.
Many rows,
it shouldn't be. It doesn't feel like it's going to be that far back.
Yeah, I mean,
I just thought that where I was sitting was gonna, because I thought it was gonna be an arena. So my seats, since they were the cheapest ones, were gonna be up in the stands.
But you're just
there are no stands.
Huh. You're tall though. I mean,
I'm
you do
tall.
have that advantage.
I hope I'll be able to see. I'm just glad I'm gonna be there, and they should have like a screen.
Plus
it'll be cool.
Up. I mean,
yeah,
it's,
you know how it is now. 17 rows back doesn't feel like it's going to be that bad.
I can't imagine it being too bad.
But if there's like a lot of people standing up and like with signs and stuff,
true.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I just was not expecting. I thought they would be in the arena, but look, why pay for the arena rental when you already are renting this thing for this convention, which is a big enough deal? Because then I looked about these. They have like a couple different card games. One of them is called Buddy Fight.
Huh. But there's enough people that
I guess
are into it, huh?
You know how those card things are.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know, but I just knew that they were owned by a collectible card game company. They used to be owned by Ukes, which was a video game company.
Okay.
So you might have seen their splash
that
page.
sounds familiar.
They made like the WWE games, but then a bunch of other ones. And then before that, they were owned by. I think before that they were just owned by Antonio Inoki, but when they went like corporate, and they sold when he sold it. So yeah, but so that's my summer is like going to wrestling stuff. And then we got Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You figured out what you're doing yet?
No, although Janelle's now at least kind of thinking about it.
We have more space in our room now.
Well, that works well for me. We finished booking like all of our hotels and all the stuff. We're still working on like a few attraction type things that you have to pre-buy. So as we're working towards being actually ready to leave, she's thinking about it. But we have to kind of go in order. It's weird. We've never gone even close to this long somewhere. So
it's a long time to be gone.
I still don't know about
have you hired your gardener yet?
We've been trying to find someone.
It's got to be some high school kid or something.
Well, there's some guys that come next door. I'll probably just like talk to our neighbors and see if they'll just come over and do it. It's not going to be cheap, but I've got to do it or else I'm going to
go on next door.
That's a good idea.
I'm telling you.
But I just figured the guys that do the one next door.
If they're like pro guys, it's probably expensive.
Well, it's going to be expensive because I have a lot of stuff they got to do. I'm not looking forward to that part.
It's either that or get fined.
And I'd rather pay the money and have my yard look good than get fined and then still have my yard not
still
look
have
good.
to like do all the stuff.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Or have them find me and then I have to pay the guys that they send out to come do it because that's what
they probably charge a lot more.
So they're like the government.
It's like when the hotel or whatever, or like your apartment charges you for a cleaning fee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm paying the fine to them.
Yeah.
So
it's getting double paid.
It stinks, but if I just got a high school kid, I got to make sure I know that this is going to be taken care of, and
some of those high school kids are responsible.
I know, but I'm talking like there's got to be a crew. You've seen my yard; it's got to be like the whole thing has to be done.
All right. Well, I'm sure she'll get it figured out.
We'll get it figured out, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's busy.
All right. Well, Mario Flowers writes in, and I have no idea what this means.
All right. This is interesting.
Pillage Cast 14 was right. All fats are. Hello, Mark.
Oh, nice. Mark is in the chat.
He's in the YouTube chat.
He just said, stop in to say hi. Yeah. What's up? Okay. So is he talking about Pillage Cast? Did he go back and listen
number
to that?
14? What's Pillage Cast number 14?
I don't know. Is that even
and
up?
All fats are what?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
All fats are something. Well, because
I think he's trying to be mean.
I think maybe he's saying all fats are nice.
I don't think that's what he means.
You're just reading into it.
I think one of you guys said something. I think somebody said something. I don't know what.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
But why Pillage Cast? I'm confused. I don't know.
You're trying to make sense out of something that's not going to make sense.
It might. Maybe he went back and listened to something, and I'm not going to go back and find Pillage Cast 14 at the moment.
Also, I don't even know who this is either. Lemmy Kilmeister? Is he talking about Lemmy?
I think he's talking about Lemmy.
It's Lemmy, by the way, with an E.
From Megadeth.
Not from Megadeth.
Motorhead, sorry.
But that's not how you spell Lemmy.
Sorry. Wait, what's Megadeth?
That's Dave Mustaine.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not dead.
All right. I got him confused.
Was known for a strong cigarette stench. Well, yeah, he smoked. All right. I don't know what that has to do with anything. All right, Andrew linked to us Pillage Cast number 14.
Oh, he says it is up on the Benview site. I didn't realize the old one's there.
The pros of cons.
Huh. We talked about Long Beach Comic-Con and the Wizard Comic-Con.
Oh, that was that Wizard show in Anaheim. Maybe you're talking about fat, smelly people. Maybe he's saying all fats are smelly. And if so, you're a jerk, Mario.
Wow. You don't know. Don't if jerk people.
What's he doing then?
I don't know.
I think he's trying to say something jerky.
Assume. You can't assume.
I don't read, and this is from that was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So Mario's bringing up 6-year-old podcasts for some reason.
I don't know. Well, Mark is doing the same. He's just following suit.
Well,
as far as at least mining old material, that's all.
But I don't know what that means, and you need to elaborate.
All right, we'll get clarification before
whatever.
Name call.
I have not. There's been mails I've withheld that Mario has written that are not nice.
There may be.
He's written nice stuff.
That's your prerogative.
He's written nice stuff. This could be another not nice thing.
It could be nice though.
Don't write not nice things.
I agree, but I'm an optimist. I believe he's being kind.
Yeah, Andrew says he's posted not nice stuff.
That's very possible.
Stop being not nice.
Doesn't mean all of his stuff is not nice.
Hey. Spinners are choking hazards. They're a recent news x-ray. I've seen that where somebody swallowed a spinner.
Kind of big.
Kids are swallowing spinners.
They're dumb. That's what they're doing.
Well, because they're popping out, because you can pop out
like
the little things.
Okay, well, in that case.
But why are you giving a tiny child, it's a child that's dumb enough to put things in their mouths?
I don't know.
Or if your 6-year-old is putting little pieces of things in their mouth, then
you should have a conversation with them.
Because that's like something like a 3-year-old. And of course, your 3-year-old should not have a
choking hazard. So don't. All right, well, that's an interesting bit of stuff.
All right, we're gonna finish this Mark.
Speaking of Mark, he's got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, but this is it. This is the
this
last.
will catch us up. But he's been writing stuff all along. Just waiting for us. Maybe.
What if he's retired?
I don't know. Something tells me he's still working away at it.
All right, episode number 56. All this talk of barf scenes featured in various movies, and no mention of the barf scene from Jane Austen's Mafia. I thought surely Phil, of all people, would have mentioned this one. I haven't even seen that movie.
What?
And you're the one.
I made you. I'm
maybe.
Sure of it.
I don't know. You make me watch so many movies.
You've never watched Mafia?
I don't know.
It's Claude Lloyd Bridges.
I don't know, man.
It's like a Godfather slash other
I've never
movies.
Been a huge fan of all those spoof movies.
My gosh, it's a brilliant one. This is like from back in the era when like they knew how to do them. So this is like pre-teen movie and all those ones.
I was done with spoof movies like in that era too.
What? This is like Hot Shots era.
It was a little bit after Hot Shots.
Like Hot Shots Part 2.
Hot Shots Part 2 was not that great.
Oh my gosh. You're hurting my heart.
There were some funny things, but it was a lot of like just I don't know.
Oh.
It was almost too much.
Mafia is great.
Also, I got in trouble for watching Hot Shots Part 2 because the sex scene is pretty graphic.
I saw it in the theater with my parents.
Dude, that's...
Wait, you mean the
like the diving board?
No, yeah, that's right.
That part is pretty graphic for a PG-13 movie.
It's silly.
Well, I know that, but my mom did not know that.
My parents took me to go see it.
I got in trouble.
Well, but I was a little older than you, to be fair, at the time.
I got in trouble. I know that.
Mafia is great. Now I know another movie I have to make you watch.
You don't even make me watch anything. That doesn't work anymore.
I could pull it out sometime.
Favorite DVD commentaries are discussed. Among my favorites that I'm able to remember at this time of writing is Airplane.
Yeah, he's on the Zucker train here.
I agree with Brendan. Danny Elfman's commentary for Pee-wee's Big Adventure was quite good. There you go.
All right.
A DVD commentary more entertaining than the film itself. Ivan Reitman's Evolution. I don't think that would be that hard.
Really? You like Evolution?
I like parts of it, but it really, when you really think about it, it's Ghostbusters.
Right, which is great.
But it's like not even that good. Like
it's like if we all wanted another Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but with with less funny people.
I think it's great. Dude,
it's good, but it's not. Yeah, but David Duchovny is no Bill Murray.
I didn't say it's Bill Murray, but
that's why I'm saying it's not nearly as good.
I like
it. I'm not saying I didn't like it.
All right.
I'm just saying it's not nearly as good.
It wouldn't be hard to be more entertaining.
It wouldn't, because there's parts of it that I'm just like, I don't know. There's parts of it that are slow.
All right.
Phil, I too have listened to Chevy Chase's commentary for European Vacation, but it's been too long to remember anything of substance about it, except it was more entertaining than the film, which for me contains only one truly good joke.
Agree to disagree, although it is the lesser of the Vacation movies.
As to the James Bond commentaries, my brother claims that the ones recorded by Roger Moore are quite good, but I have not as yet listened to any of them.
If you only knew how
have you listened to
that
those?
Comment would be, though. We were just talking about Roger Moore, who died this week.
Have you listened to all those?
I've listened to quite a few. I haven't listened to all the commentaries. I've watched all of the documentary type stuff. All of the behind the scenes things and all the special features.
Did they ever get the behind the scenes stuff from the old Criterion Laserdiscs? Did they ever get the rights?
A lot of that stuff is on the special edition discs I have, but I don't know if all of it is.
Because I remember for a while, that's why some people held on to their Laserdisc players, was because there was certain Criterion stuff. But I know eventually when Criterion couldn't get the rights to actually make those into DVDs, they ended up selling off the special features. Like the Ghostbusters stuff ended up on a DVD eventually.
I feel like
most of the James Bond stuff did.
It's pretty thorough.
I mean, that's pretty crazy. Like those Criterion Laser, they had like some crazy deals. They had James Bond. They had all the James Bond movies.
It's they're really, really good.
And their supplemental material is always very good. But yeah, I knew that.
I'm amazed that
how many times have you bought the James Bond movies?
Multiple.
Are you on like your?
I think I'm on the last iteration though. I don't think I
need to own it again.
I mean, I bought.
You're gonna get the Blu-rays.
I bought all the VHSs.
When you get a PS3 or P or whatever.
No, I'm.
Are you gonna skip Blu-ray?
I'm done
entirely.
Yeah, entirely.
Wow.
I don't need it.
But some of the stuff. But I know you like your special features, and there are certain special features that are only available on Blu-ray.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even special features, for the most part...
over special features?
There's a few select... I mean, I will watch those James Bond ones over and over again. I will watch Lord of the Rings. I will watch Princess Bride stuff. I will watch Star Wars stuff from the good things about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future... That's it. I think that's the end of the list. That's all the ones I care about. Maybe some commentaries on movies with people I like. Vacation.
I haven't listened to a movie with the commentary on. I don't have. Years.
Honestly, it's been a while.
Yeah,
but I do love the Chevy. I can't believe someone else has watched the European Vacation one, and I'm stoked.
That's like famous.
It's great. Well, I think it's famous because I've been talking about it so much. I've never heard anyone else.
I heard other people talking about it. I don't know.
I've been talking about it for years.
Episode number 57. Oh, geez. Wow. Holy monkey crap. What do you think he's talking about?
Well, I see here now. I peeked ahead.
What can be said about Brendan's hidden music track? See, this is what I think, people. This is my reaction that I expect.
We just listened. Oh, no, we listened to it with Matt Cruz, but it was off the air, off the show.
I'll try my best. See? Because most people, this is the reaction I expect. He obviously is like, that's insane. You're a crazy person.
Not everybody gets everything.
I'll try my best to tactfully write around this artifact from the past, basically saying this is a load.
This is horrible.
And instead, Herderley questions and feels general direction. During the discussion of the hidden track located in the space preceding the opening track of the disc, playable by rewinding the disc, Phil mentions he had encountered this sort of thing once before, which inspired him to add it to this mastering, which apparently temporarily dumbfounded your technician.
Yes.
He says that he only run across it on one other release. My question is, on which album had you found it before? Phil, bonus, believe it or not, when you two disclosed the track's location, a CD release of Disneyland's Enchanted Tiki Room soundtrack, in which a track laid before the first track also quickly came to mind.
Okay,
so he found something else that had it.
The one that I had heard of at the time was a band called Johnny Q Public, which, ironically, I had only read about in like a review of it. I didn't actually buy the CD until later on.
How did that guy find it? How would you ever find that?
I think the band kind of told people about it because it was in like the review of it when thing. I think it was in 7 Ball magazine or something like that. And so I heard about it from that, and then I wound up buying the CD like years later because I just like wanted to have it. But if you go on Wikipedia now, there's actually a list of. It's not a super common thing, but there's.
Are we on it?
I don't think we are. We should probably put ourselves on there, but there's a list of like more well-known ones that are on there. So there are.
But now, that's not going to be a thing anymore.
It's not.
Because I don't even think modern CD players, does that even work?
Well, I mean, again, you have to have, it doesn't work in a computer. You have to have it on a physical CD player. Works in our car, works on like the kids have little CD units. It even works in a DVD player if you can rewind. but it's not as common, you know. I mean,
people don't buy CDs.
People don't buy CDs that much anyway, and the ones that do, a lot of times will put it in their computer, and that doesn't work either.
All right.
So,
Phil, I too dislike texting.
I still dislike texting,
so now you
but
text.
I do it now because it's a necessary evil, and I know that it's faster and people will respond to it, but it's not my favorite.
But your favorite is talking?
Yeah, I'd rather just talk.
People can't talk all the time.
I know, and that's the thing. That's why. And sometimes I can't get a call out, so you know, you do it. But
and sometimes you don't have, like, there's certain times when you call and you know that's going to be like a certain amount of time thing.
Well,
you don't
that's
have
true.
That time.
Then that makes it fast. I know, but there are times when people are like texting like big large amounts of information, and I'm like, I'm just gonna call you. Like, I don't want to have to type this out. If it's just like, hey, I'll be over in 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. That's I don't need to call and say I'll be there in 10 minutes or whatever. But you know, if it's more than that, then it gets irritating.
All right. As pertaining to Superman the movie, Superman did not turn the world back, but rather traveled back in time to save Lois from certain death. Didn't he do that by spinning the Earth in reverse?
Maybe he's saying that he just flew backwards fast.
No,
I'm pretty sure
turned
he spun the Earth
because everything went backwards, not just him.
Right.
He reversed everything. Mark, you need to watch that movie again.
Even if Mark is right, that's no less ridiculous. Like,
no, because it wasn't just him. He didn't save Lois. He brought her back. Like the car went back in. Everything,
the dam closed
all the
again.
stuff turned back. Watch it again, Mark. Or maybe you're watching a different cut. Maybe you're thinking about something else.
But again, even if
he definitely reversed time by spinning the Earth, backwards.
I mean,
which doesn't make any sense. That's like Ferris reversing the wheels on the car. A train uncrashed. That's like what he's saying.
I guess here's the thing. Like, you could look at it as perspective. Like, did he go back in time or did he make the Earth go back in time? Either way, it's still him time traveling by flying around.
Sure, I grant you it's still a cheat of sorts. It's beyond a cheat. And that something better should have been devised for the script. But to me, it is satisfying in that it shows him willing to disobey his natural father, Jor-El, who insists that he be remote from humans. And instead, his adoptive father, Jonathan, unless it's Jonathan from Man of Steel, because Jonathan in Man of Steel basically tells him, like, screw everybody. Pushing himself beyond his limits in order to travel back in time to save his love. If you two love Back to the Future as I do, there shouldn't be too much of a problem.
See, it's not the time travel in and of itself that's a problem. It's that's not one of Superman's powers.
Yeah, come on.
In any other context.
Well, that's a pretty trade. That's a trademark of Superman. It's like, oh, now the S on his chest, it can be used as a. Oh, now he's got this. Now he can do that. Oh, yeah, you know. Like,
there's when Superman 4.
Landers talks about the ending of 2 that is equally ridiculous. They're all pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, they are, but
because it's Superman. At a certain point, the whole thing kind of like
he's Superman. But at least in 2, though, you got him fighting other super beings.
Yeah, that's true.
He's matched, not like a computer like robot thing. Although that's the scariest of them still.
Man, dude, when she like gets electrocuted and like the robot lady. Oh my gosh! I was just watching another thing. It was they were talking about in my brother and me that was like the scariest thing when they were kids.
Yep.
It's that thing is freaking scary, especially in the tone of that whole movie, and then to just have something like completely terrifying like that out of nowhere.
Even like in that whole scene leading up to it, the computer's so goofy. I mean, it's like obviously not a computer. It's just it's a joke, but then it's still terrifying in that part. So
just thinking about it right now is scary. Brendan regales us with the tale of Tabasco sauce being secretly added to his glass of Diet Coke. Yes.
Mike, yep.
Resulting in him involuntarily regurgitating the mixture into the face of a no doubt shocked female companion, describing this explosive result due not to the taste, but rather to the surprise of the unexpected foreign element. Absolutely. Yep. I must tell of a similar but less interesting experience. As my grandmother grew older, her mind grew increasingly confused, till eventually I was responsible for her getting a meal for breakfast and lunch. My dad handled her dinner. One fine spring day, I took her to Brendan's favorite dining establishment, Taco Bell. Speaking of which, you had the naked chicken chips.
I did.
They're really good,
really
right?
Tasty. I mean, it's basically flat chicken nuggets. But
Yeah.
It's good.
They're basically chicken nuggets that
Like
you dip in nacho cheese.
So it's totally healthy for you.
Yes. I drank Mountain Dew while my grandmother selected raspberry iced tea. Before leaving, I refilled our cups. I decided that day to take her on a drive in the country, during which I occasionally sipped from my cup. He took the adventure route.
Yes.
That's
Ooh,
a nice
that's
way
a
to
good
plug.
reference there.
Well, I just read your little article, myvacationpants.com.
That's right. I'm the guest
Never
writer.
looking down to see which cup was which, assuming they remained in the holders they had originally been placed. Unbeknownst to me, my grandmother accidentally switched the cups at some point, and as we continued to drive, I reached for my cup to take a drink, but instead of the overly sweetened taste of fizzy Mountain Dew, I found my mouth filled with the disgusting bitter flatness of raspberry iced tea. My first thought was to spit it out with all due haste, which would have been a bad choice as liquid would have sprayed under the steering wheel, dash, and windshield. But I managed instead to swallow the fruity swill, but only barely. As with you, it was not the taste exactly which caused the reaction, but the surprise. Exactly.
Yeah, if you don't
Which
know
is why
what's
when I
coming.
drank that flat Coke on the X-Files, I did spit that all out. Because I thought it was going to be Coke, and it was water. Another example of this sort of thing many years ago, as far back as the 80s, I remember our family attending a potluck in which my sister took some Jell-O salad from the selection of foods from her plate. What she thought had been whipped cream turned out to be a healthy dollop of mayonnaise. Oh, dude, that's disgusting.
Wrong.
I believe she spat it out.
I would have spat
Well,
that
that's
out.
like what we were talking about, like if you like replace like, because there was that girl that like ate the tartar sauce.
Yes.
And like, but what if you took like Oreos and put there was like, you know, those pranks like there was like a meme.
Yeah.
And somebody did that. They put tartar sauce in like
Ugh.
Oreos. Can you imagine doing that to somebody?
It's so gross.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I may have even told this story on that show, but my mom always used to like drink her Coke, and then like for whatever reason, instead of getting a glass, when she was done with it, she'd rinse it out and fill it up with water and would like drink water out of it.
Ugh.
And so if you would like find one of her Cokes laying
Coke
around and like
waters.
feel it, you just same kind of thing. Like
That's
I don't know if she did it maybe just to get us
mess
to
with
stop
people.
stealing her sodas, probably. But super
Ew.
gross. She doesn't do that anymore, but there was a long time when that was the thing.
If I
So imagine
water.
reaching for it and it's like a warm tap water instead of Coke with a little remnant of
Oh
Coke flavor.
gosh.
Yeah, same thing. It's like it's not that gross, but it's pretty gross thinking you're gonna get nice soda.
Brendan, I too prefer jellied cranberry in a can over the natural berry form. Of course, because you're a freaking normal human being.
But see, I like them both, and I like them mixed.
I think normal natural cranberry sauce is like way too like it's not
Well,
sweet
that's why
enough.
you gotta like, cut it with some of the jars.
And also I just don't like the texture. I love that jelly.
Oh, I do too.
Oh my God.
I think it's an important part.
That's
but
the only part. I love pickled beets as a kid, still do. I guess I was that kid. Then I also like lima beans. Weird, I know. See, for me, beets
I'm fine with lima beans.
beets just taste like dirt.
Yeah, I do not like them.
It tastes
And
like
if they're
dirt.
in like a salad, then all you taste is beets.
Yeah, and
it
it just-
completely
it tastes
overtakes
like
everything.
freaking potting soil.
Yeah, it's not. I don't get beets. I don't get it. But lima beans, I'm fine with.
Yeah, lima
I don't
beans
have
are
a problem
fine.
with that.
Appendix, random questions, queries, and comments.
Well, these are non-specific to. An
Have you
episode.
guys ever tried Dew Shine? And if so, what is your critique of said soda? If you as yet have not imbibed, do not expend excessive effort in seeking it out, as it is relatively flavorless. I've had it. I think it's all right.
Which one is that?
That's the one that's like
That's
it's
a
got
pure
the cowboy and the sugar.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit different flavor.
Yeah.
They have it. It used to be hard to find, but now it's just in every store. It's at
Yeah,
Stater
there was a
Brothers.
while when it was like a limited
Yeah.
thing.
It was like
That's
somewhere.
right. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Phil, since you drink soda only from eateries featuring self-serve fountains, do you follow this practice rigidly when visit Disneyland? Or do you only drink water brought from home?
Actually, I do. That's why we have certain places where you get free refills and you go over and get it yourself. There's 2 of them. One of them is a little sketchy, but we still do it.
What?
Well, Pizza Port.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's pretty easy.
I mean, it is.
I've seen. No way are we the only people that do
No,
it
we're
there.
absolutely not. And sometimes I've had workers be like, "Oh, you can go get a refill."
Yeah.
But I don't think that's. I don't know. That's kind of a gray area.
I'm not 100% sure it's okay at Secret Nachos.
Oh, it definitely is. If it's not, like, we're blatant about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they care, but I don't think it's supposed to.
Well, anyway, yes, I do stick to that. I mean, there's occasions when we'll buy like a bottle of soda at a cart if we're like really want something, but I'm not going to buy a cup that I don't get to refill if I don't have to. It's just silly.
I do, because I get thirsty.
If I'm going to buy one, I'll buy a bottle. That way I can bring it with me and then rinse it out and fill it with water later.
Another for Phil. Knowing now of your convoluted bathroom routine, I wonder if you've ever used Purell on the toilet seat in a public restroom before using it.
No.
Like disinfecting the toilet seat.
I get the idea there.
That seems like complete overkill to me.
Yeah, I'll cover it with a toilet seat cover and maybe some additional toilet paper pieces to fill in the gaps. But honestly, I use it very seldomly, if at all possible. I can tell you in the last year, I've done twosies on a public toilet maybe twice. Maybe.
I'm not certain there has been nearly enough bathroom talk in this letter. And as I'd hate for you two to miss your quota of such things, here's a Mark fact. The first time I ever used an automatically flushing toilet was in a restroom in Disneyland's Tomorrowland. It was quite the novelty with its futuristic blinking red light. Those in charge where I work as a janitor, since you asked, it's all right to use the term janitor for
Oh, it's good.
At least I think so. I haven't told that is a derogatory term, but I could care less. That's your I don't know.
Huh. Well, maintenance or
how much lower could I get, considering my job is literally cleaning up the material people scrape from their shoes and from their organic exhaust ports.
Organic exhaust ports.
Installed automatic flushers in 2 of the bathrooms, and I hate them. So he doesn't like automatic flushers.
Well, I can imagine
they
like,
often
while you're cleaning
seem to
them.
break, which they accuse me of doing, of course, being the stupid janitor. To minimize damage to the fragile units, they affix signs to the walls telling the kids not to flush, that the toilets would flush on their own. Unfortunately, the automatic gizmos frequently fail to flush the water from the bowl, and worse, this has taught the children not to flush the toilets fitted with normal manual flushing mechanisms as well, as I had predicted. Sigh. So now, since I only use like some of them, and they don't flush any of them.
Plus, like, can you turn it off when you're cleaning it, or is it just like flushing the whole time? That seems like a pain.
Do carry on with the show, and thanks for the entertainment. Your M-initialed listener, Mark.
Yeah. We got through it all. Thank you so much, Mark, for writing all of that. And we're ready for the next round.
Yeah.
Although
we're going late tonight because you had to go to the store.
I did. Well, we had to get.
Why'd you run out of food?
We had to get groceries. Well,
because you're on like a.
We're approaching being gone for a month, so we have to like
stock up.
We're trying to eat down the food in the house, so we don't have like a bunch of stuff go to waste or that's going to go bad. I've tried in the past giving it to you, and you don't like eating food that's left over from people.
Well, it depends.
No, because I'm like,
you're like giving me like half open.
No, I give you sealed. You're like, I don't like it if it goes. I'm like, it's sealed. You're like, yeah, but
I ate your sealed stuff.
Some of it, but even still, you weren't too thrilled about it all.
Some of it was weird.
Like what? What was weird?
I don't know.
It's just food.
I don't know. I ate it all.
Well, the stuff that you took, but we wound up throwing out a lot.
You were trying to give me like half open things.
No, like sealed things. There were sealed things you didn't want.
Oh.
Well, anyway, we're trying to get it down so that we're down to 0.
If you have any sealed things, I'll take them.
Well, we'll see. We got 3 weeks left, so if we got whatever we got. I'll see what you want to take.
If you got any pickles?
Might have pickles. Let's see. So some things like in the cupboards, I'm not worried about that, but fridge stuff mostly.
What if you come back and your house is just covered in ants?
Ugh. Well,
and there's bees inside.
I'm telling you, I'm putting out roach traps like crazy before we leave because I don't know what's going to go on, and I don't want to have any risk of them taking over.
You should bomb the gophers. This could be an opportunity.
I pulled out 3 gophers.
This would be an opportunity since.
Yeah, but I don't want to poison. I got fruit out there. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want to use any poison.
Makes you. It's what plants crave.
It's what plants crave. Maybe, but it's also what then we're eating it. I don't know.
Sure, you've eaten plenty of
I think I'm doing pretty well. I got 3 out in one day, and I got another one earlier this week. So I don't know how many are in there, but I'm pulling them out. The kids this week asked me, because I was like putting the traps in the ground. They're like, "What do those traps do exactly?" I'm like, "Well, you know, the gopher thinks it's part of their tunnel," and they're like,
"Are they figuring out that you're killing the gophers?"
And I'm like, "Well, then it closes on them," and they're like, "Do you like let them go after that?" And I'm like, "No," and I'll just like, "Does it kill them?" And I'm like, "Yes," and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you know, they're trying to eat all over our fruit trees and killing them off, and they're like, okay. That was it, and it was kind of like quiet after that, but I think they were okay.
Well, hey man, sometimes you gotta face
it's
those
reality. I'm not gonna lie to them.
No, it flings them onto a mattress.
Yeah, then it bounces them into gopher jail.
Yes, into gopher jail where they get a square meal.
That's right. No, there actually are a square meal. Because I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, when I do catch a gopher, a cat or some other animal eats it out and leaves like, you know, remnants of a skeleton in the trap. So
it's disgusting.
It's pretty gross.
So the cats are still...
The cats are in full force. They've completely shredded the net thing around the trampoline. So we got to get a new one.
Gave up on that?
Yeah, well, we got to get a new one.
Well, if you get a new one, they're going to shred that one.
It took them a long time to shred this one. I'm hoping a new one maybe.
You need to start going after those cats.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to keep them from it. What do you do?
Get like a shock thing.
But then the kids go on them to shock the kids. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I guess that's like to keep dogs inside and they have to have the collar.
Yeah, they're not like voluntary.
They're like a reverse. Well, I guess reverse is like an electric fence.
Yeah, but then again, I can't have that with like, you know, children.
You need to electrify your trampoline, and then when the kids want to use it, you just turn it off.
It just seems like a bad idea. I don't know what could possibly go wrong. I saw Jurassic Park. I know what happens when you accidentally leave a fence on.
I don't know. Those cats are just... Are they still like digging under your house?
Well, no, because remember that was under that bush. I had like this huge bush, and now I've trimmed the bush so that it's more of a tree with trunks and it's all exposed. So that's where they used to all hide under there. So I think I maybe get a little less action because there's nowhere to like hide anymore. They still come over and poop sometimes, but not as much.
Feral cats, man.
And
what does Disney do to keep theirs? I don't know. They're pretty out of control there.
Well, but I think, you know, if you got enough
high-pitched sound emitters,
maybe
like a cat whistle.
I'll just go outside.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then you just hear him make noise like.
And then I'm pretty, you know, I know we got raccoons that go back there sometimes too. There's just a whole menagerie in our backyard. Animals dying and traipsing through.
Tigers,
probably. Mountain lions, maybe. I don't know.
That's scary.
Who knows?
Coyotes.
Maybe the coyotes will scare away the cats.
Maybe you should get a coyote.
You just have one.
Sure.
Or just get a mountain lion while I'm at it.
Well, I'd rather have a coyote. That's less scary. I don't know. Coyotes
can be. They're pretty scrappy.
They're pretty unpredictable.
Yeah, you don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, just a single one. It's when they're like in a pack. It's when you gotta be worried.
Maybe if it's lonely, it'll be more vicious.
I don't know. So like you get the.
This is like the old lady who swallowed a fly territory here. Yeah. Like at what point?
Well, we know because what was that movie? The Guillermo del Toro movie, where they get the
Hellboy?
No, the one where they like get the like bugs to kill the disease or something, but then they turn into like the guy and it's like a monster in the sewers with Mira Sorvino. Mimic.
Oh yeah,
because they make the thing to kill the thing. Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty sure that was Guillermo del Toro. Or is that John Woo?
I don't know. I didn't think it was, but I don't know.
Now I gotta look.
I thought that was before he like.
Yeah, started. That was like his big because his first thing was
Pan's Labyrinth.
No, he'd been around before that.
All right, well,
Chronos, Blade 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. IMDb 1997.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Huh. Story by did he direct it?
He directed it.
All right.
But yeah, so it was to kill the cockroaches, and then they turned in. But then those things turned into a monster thing. It's freaking awesome.
Huh.
It's a great movie. I saw it in the theater.
I'm not gonna do any killer.
So you don't want to turn, but
things.
that's kind of that thing. Like
That's
you get the
yeah.
thing,
What's
kill the
gonna kill
thing,
that?
and then what do you kill those things, and it turns into a giant monster and starts eating people.
Yeah.
And like, what if?
So then it brings me back to I'm just putting gopher traps in the ground.
Did you know that Disneyland they like have like tiny flies that eat the big flies?
Tiny flies that eat big
They
flies?
eat the larvae that kill off. That's why there's no big flies.
Really?
Because they eat the larvae.
There aren't flies at Disneyland.
Because they have tiny flies.
Huh.
That eat the larvae. Then they also have those industrial in Florida. They have those industrial mosquito things that emit a certain wave or something.
There aren't mosquitoes in.
And then they also genetically engineer their plants so they don't drop seeds.
Disney is nuts.
They do a lot of crazy stuff. They got GMOs.
Yeah,
And
they
protesting.
do. Well, as long as you don't have to eat them, I guess people are okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what else you don't have to eat?
What?
Stitcher.
You don't have to eat Stitcher.
You don't have to, but you can listen to podcasts on it.
Yes.
And if you go to our website, there's probably a link to it, I'm guessing.
You're doing a real good job. What's our website, Phil?
RadioBrendo.com.
Yes.
Yeah, go there.
And there's also Benvie Network podcasts.
Many of them.
Including a new one coming out soon. What are your thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers minutes?
You'll notice I refrain from commenting, and it's great. They can have at it.
It's Andrew Lindy and Emily Schmemily are going to be... Each episode is 1 minute of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Which each episode is therefore 1 minute longer than should ever have been.
What if it's a minute where nothing happens?
Yeah, so they talk about 1 minute of the movie?
Every episode.
I can tell you right now, all they need to say, that movie's awful.
They seem... it's the cool new thing to like Super Mario Brothers.
Ugh.
Which I'm... No.
Ugh.
Even Phil hates it, Andrew.
Yes.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, he's like, what? He's shocked.
It's terrible.
No,
there's no redeeming qualities.
No.
Oh, that movie's terrible.
It's because it's kind of that whole thing. If you're a kid of a certain age, maybe.
I was a kid when that came out, and even as a kid, I knew it was terrible.
Oh.
They were like really young when it came out.
I don't even
think. Did you see it in the theater?
Maybe they were so young that they just like assumed it was a thing.
Because. See, they grew up watching on VHS. For the theatrical release, it was like a ginormous disappointment because it did not resemble Super Mario Brothers in the least. No. And it was awful.
It's bad. And it's not like fun bad.
No.
It's just bad.
It's bad. It's terrible.
But you know what? Like if they
probably also like the Double Dragon movie.
Oh man, that's gonna be their next one.
Ugh.
If they're gonna do it, I'm sure they will have fun and I'm sure it'll be entertaining. But my gosh, I cannot think of a movie I would want to talk less about.
I know.
I stand strong in their right to do it. And my gosh,
sounds very supportive.
I do, and it's cool. And you know what? I don't have to like be personally.
When are we getting another Alex P. Keaton as my friend?
I got 3 more I got to do before we go.
Good luck with that.
One of them I got to do with you.
Well, you better schedule that.
I know.
You got a lot going on.
It's busy.
I'm busy.
I know.
What we could do? It was Memorial Day weekend this weekend. What are you doing on Memorial Day? Wouldn't you say you're going up to Big Bear?
Possibly, yeah. It's the in-laws are coming into town and we're
making a whole big in-law party.
Thing. I don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. I don't know what their plan is or when exactly they're showing up. You know, they got the RV, so you never know. They're in Arizona right now, so
yeah, I saw there's a picture.
Could happen any moment. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Bill was doing something on a mountain.
Yeah, I think he was pretending to fall into Grand Canyon. That's dangerous.
It's not a good idea. Anthony took the train to the Grand Canyon.
I saw that. He had some great pictures.
He was doing all kinds of stuff.
Road trip.
He ate sopapillas she'd never had before.
Did he actually go to
not to Casa Bonita, but in New Mexico?
Okay.
Where Casa Bonita sopapillas aren't even that good, to be honest.
It's kind of like a.
You don't go there for the food.
No, but those
more about the
ambiance.
They are, but if we're talking like New Mexico sopapillas, they don't compare.
Well, it's like Taco Bell though. Like it's really good, but we're not going to say it's like the highest quality.
It's not like my aunt Terry makes like the best sopapillas.
No, I wouldn't ever compare it to that, but they're tasty.
My grandma. He didn't
tasty the way that chicken chips are
Anthony
tasty.
Didn't get my message in time enough to get like Santa Fe style enchiladas, which are the best.
Oh.
Stacked enchiladas, not rolled.
I
so
don't like
freaking good.
So.
I think you would like stacked
I
enchiladas.
don't like the sauce. I don't like enchilada sauce.
Well, these use different. The Santa Fe style doesn't use your
what
traditional
do they use?
green chilies.
Yeah,
It's really
I don't
good.
know.
I'm telling you.
I'm very skeptical.
There's all kinds of different. There isn't
I've
one
never
kind of
tasted
enchilada,
an enchilada I
sauce.
liked.
You're nuts.
I don't like enchiladas. It's that baked tortilla stuff too.
Well, that's why you need to get the Santa Fe style.
What
It's
are they
different.
doing?
They're stacked.
I don't know.
It's way better.
I'm skeptical.
It's way better.
I'd try it, but I'm skeptical.
It's way better.
You know what else is better? Getting your own web domain.
When am I going to be on? Oh, I think he's talking about when is he going to be on Alex P. Keaton.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that.
There
So
you
we can
go.
do it remotely. It's been a crazy busy time, so we'll make it happen. But I'm wrapping up this season, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what my schedule looks like, and I'll hit you up and see if we can find a time.
Well, if you want to have a website with your schedule on it,
You can do that. That's right.
through DreamHost.
You can host it at DreamHost.
RadioBrendo.com. Click the DreamHost link. You save $50 off your order.
It's a lot of dollars for you to go and buy enchiladas.
Or to get an Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah, that's right. You're halfway there.
Not really. Almost.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$100.
It's $100.
Yeah, see, halfway.
My
there.
math was off.
So, you save those $50 and you're halfway to your Amazon Prime. But
Get a free trial just
That's
to
right.
make sure. 30-day free trial. If you go to RadioBrendo.com, click that free trial link. And whether or not you have Prime, you're still buying stuff on Amazon.
yes, you are.
And then when you do, you click it, and then you can help us out because we got a lot of expenses.
Yeah, we got
We
some
need to
stuff
cover-
to cover here.
We got some stuff to cover. Phil's got a lot of things on the docket.
Yep.
We got to get some of our Kickstarter stuff out.
Yeah, we do. We have a few
We
more
went a
things,
little over budget.
but we've been
Things
making
are
some
happening.
progress this week, which is really good. So
But we also pay for hosting, which we recently upgraded our hosting. You may have noticed how much faster everything is.
yeah,
And-
it
but
certainly
that
works
stuff's-
better on the back end.
It's not free, so help us out. And the easiest way to help out is by clicking that Amazon link.
What did people buy this week?
We got Trigger Warning, Short Fictions and Disturbances. This is a Neil
Ooh.
Gaiman book.
Well, that's cool. That sounds good.
It's like a collection of some of his essays and stuff.
Nice.
Kanye West owes me $300. I wonder if this is the new paperback because Jensen just released it in paperback,
Oh,
and it's got an extra bonus chapter. It is the
the
paperback.
paperback.
It's only $10.33.
It's a good deal with Prime.
The hardcover is $6.74.
That's not Prime.
But it also doesn't have the free chapter.
You want that bonus chapter.
Yeah. Oh, you know why it doesn't say Prime is because this has gotten the book world into an uproar. I don't know if you heard about this.
No, what's that?
Now, whatever is the cheapest, even if it's not like new, will be the default. You know how that's how it works for everything else?
Okay.
But they used to have it for books. So now you could be getting a used copy as the default new. If it's there's still you can go and look like on stuff. I think that might be the case on this.
Huh.
And like book publishers are losing their minds.
Because they're trying to sell more used ones.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. It's a whole thing right now.
All right.
The Madness of Cthulhu Anthology, Volume 2. Someone leading some Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Camp Chef, True Seasoned, Abel Skeever, Cast Iron Pan.
You know what able skeevers are? Those are Danish food from Denmark, which is where we're going.
Can make little.
My brother makes able skeevers. I wonder if that's his. I
It's
wouldn't be
only
surprised.
11. That's a good deal for a cast iron
Yeah.
pan. It's half price.
It's not seasoned.
Well, you can
You
season
got to
it.
season it. So make sure if you got it, you season it.
True seasoned interior cast iron cookware. It says true seasoned interior, and then it says non-seasoned.
Well, you better check that. Let's
So-
look at the answers. Is it seasoned or not seasoned?
It says true seasoned right in the freaking title, and then it says non-seasoned. I don't know about
What's
this.
an able skeever, you asked? The exact description can be found online, and it says
This is
that's
really
a great product
goofy.
description. Really? It can be found online?
I'm still confused about whether or not this is
Let's see.
seasoned.
Is it Teflon free? That says it is seasoned right there.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It says unseasoned right in the thing.
I don't understand. Seasoned or not seasoned?
Is the underside of this pan solid? I have an induction stove. It can't detect my hollow bottom pan.
Interesting.
It is hollow bottom.
Huh.
What?
I never heard of a stove
bottom.
that can't like register.
Well, those induction, they have to like have like contact with the whole. And if you have a hollow,
okay.
I don't know. I still don't. What
Ours
was
came pre-seasoned.
Okay, so something's wrong with this description.
Yeah, it shouldn't say not seasoned.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, just make sure you season it or don't season it according to whether it's seasoned or not.
Last fair deal gone down vinyl.
Who's that?
Catatonia.
Huh.
Never heard
of them.
Catatonia.
Oh, they don't have samples.
It's Swedish dark death doom metal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Beautiful dark metal, ?
5 stars. Apparently it is.
Chrome. You have to be really bored to write a song like Chrome. Burn down my house, make something happen. That guy gives boredom a new meaning.
What? All right. This guy right here said 3 stars in my opinion and then gave it 2 stars.
He was really mad.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Viva Emptiness, 10th anniversary edition plus bonus track. Do you know what that band is?
It's another band.
I would assume so, since it's a track.
Oh, it's another
Catatonia.
That's like the.
It's not cheap.
Different album, right? Yeah. All right.
Candida FX, extra strength Candida cleanse with herbs and enzymes to help reduce unpleasant effects from die-off.
Oh, no.
Easy and effective nutritional supplement.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's doing a cleanse.
What's die-off, dare I ask?
It's when you poop out everything. Unpleasant effects from die-off. When your body dies because you shouldn't be doing this cleanse. It says right here, with herbs and enzymes to help reduce unpleasant effects from die-off.
Oh man. Don't you guys know what Brendan is going to say?
Supports gastrointestinal health.
Makes poop.
It's talking about poop.
It's a poop maker.
Helps eliminate candida. Supports detox and cleanse. It sounds like a load of bullcrap.
Well, I think it's literally.
It's what the hell's candida?
You know.
Yeah, your candida levels. It just sounds like nonsense. Nature's time-proven ingredients like oregano leaf extract. Yes, the time-proven wormwood leaf powder.
You know,
caprylic acid, oregano oil. This sounds like it's real smelly.
I use oregano when I cook all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Protease and cellulase.
All right.
Does this just make you poo?
I think it's a poo maker.
Reishi mushroom?
Yeah. For poo making. That's their tagline. We make poo for you.
I have Candida glabrata throughout my body. Would you use a Candida glabrata detector? I have used similar products. What makes yours better? This product just has the perfect amount of varied ingredients that combat and kill the candida at a steady pace without shocking your body. What the frick are these people talking about? The candidas.
Oh my gosh.
The formula had less negative symptoms during the die-off period. I also burped less. I don't know which flavor of candida I had. Symptoms included thrush, toothaches, and widespread lumbar back. Oh, what is this?
Made in America? Yes.
What the frick are these people talking about? Something about candida that they think is killing them. Candida?
Well, you definitely have a candida opinion about
come on, I'm just reading what these people are saying. I'm not. This is like the goofy.
3 stars, I feel like has helped.
That sounds real. 5 stars, great product. Not a verified. There's 2 of the same thing.
Severin Salazar. You don't think that's a made up name?
Severin Salazar, yeah. That sounds absolutely real.
And Isla Otap is the other exact one.
Lisa product good.
Super goody, super yummy taste.
Frick, man. Well,
now that one's Candida support.
Apparently,
if you want to keep it.
Yeah. Yeast infection treatment. What the heck's going on with this Candida? Apparently, it gives you yeast infections.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dr. Tobias. And it says bestseller.
It's his best selling. Candida effects.
Well, let me know how your Candida cleanse goes, whoever bought this.
It's a poop maker, I'm telling you.
If you didn't have any burps.
Yeah. Make poop with less burps. That's the
How do you measure your Candidas?
Well, Google Andrada.
All right, well, we got to end this episode.
We do. Thank you all for buying stuff.
Thanks for buying your Candidas.
I cannot guarantee whether or not it will be mocked, but it may be.
Hey, I'm just reading the Amazon page. I'm not adding anything.
You have added a little.
Come
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Candida?
I'm just saying. We appreciate people buying it, even if...
I bet you it was somebody in your family that bought it.
It's possible. Candida. You should have your Candida checked.
Hey, what if you go to the doctor, they tell you Candida Taco Bell?
Candida Taco. I have that. Oh, dude, that was such a Phil joke. I'm so proud of you.
I was channeling.
I cannot believe you thought of that and I didn't.
Channeling my inner Phil right there.
Candida Taco. Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
All right. Well, it's going to be amazing listening to us on Friday.
Yes.
Because we're a day behind.
We are.
What did you even do last night?
I watched the kids. Janelle had her end of the year. All her teachers
should have brought the kids. We could have all recorded together.
They were asleep.
Nighttime, bedtime.
I have to go to bed. Otherwise, they don't wake up in the morning.
It's true. And then
it's nightmare time.
Hey, you only have a little bit more left.
I know. And then we got jet lag.
And then you're going to have both of your kids in number grades.
No. I'm not ready for that.
Not ready.
Plus, Audrey goes to the big campus next year.
Oh, she's going to be lost.
She's going to be fine. I'm the one that's going to be
You're going to be lost.
Yes.
Oh, I'm on the big campus. Oh, no way.
I know. I even know the campus. Janelle used to work at that campus. It's not that. I can't imagine my baby. I've been watching a lot of old home videos this week.
That's really helping, I'm sure.
It's not. I'm just a blubbering mess.
Man, you're going to be like Clark Griswold.
Yep. Get locked up in the attic. That's me.
I still think it'd be funny if you hid stuff from yourself up there.
To find stuff later. I'll never go up in that
Food
attic.
items, Doritos.
There's a lot of spider webs in our attic.
You have an attic?
Well, it's just more of a crawl space. It's not really an attic.
Is there anything up there?
Spider webs and dust. It's where all the vents or the tubes for our air conditioning are. I poked my head up there once to see, and I'm like, I don't know what to do up here. I can't go up there. Ugh. It's spiderwebby and gross.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. So for Radio BrendoMan, I'm Brendan Creecy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
Have a good one, everybody. And John Goobang Do. What's this one called?
Brendo tells a Phil joke.
It's a good idea.
Not till the very end, so they have to listen the whole way. Candida burrito.
I said Candida Taco Bell.
That's right. That's good. Very good. I would have been proud to have made that joke.
Well, that's what I'm planning. I got to plan my Brendo stand-up tour.
Yeah, it was.
I don't even know when I have time to do that. I haven't heard from Matt Cruz ever again.
Man, what are you going to do with the MBWS?
I don't know. Well, Veronica wants to do like a special one.
That's good.
Also, I got Janelle's going to do a special one if Kenny King stays on
For
the
the
Bachelorette long
Bachelorette.
enough. He made it through. He did a really good job. I watched some
Yeah?
highlights.
So you knew who he was beforehand.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Because Janelle
He's
told
a
me,
famous-
I think Brendan's going to watch The
He's
Bachelorette.
a famous indie wrestler.
That's funny.
So I think
she'll
he's
do
got
a
a
Bachelorette
chance.
crossover?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
All
If
right.
I figure if he stays a couple rounds, then we'll talk about it. Because I want to hear Janelle's like opinion on him.
As
I want
a
her to get
wrestler.
I want her to get a feel for him as a person
Right.
before we do the recording.
It's early on
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
But he made a really good impression, I thought.
All right.
He made it through the first cut.
Well,
I don't know. Did they cut people on the first one?
I have no. You're asking me?
You watch in the background, don't you?
Sometimes, but not usually. I'm not allowed to.
Oh, he said they cut
Andrew
9
says,
people.
When I say I'm not allowed to, it's because I sit in the back and.
Did
make
you hear about his
comments.
crazy Q&A answer? No. Oh yeah, he's a known wrestler. He's in Ring of Honor. He's not a WWE guy, but Ring of Honor, and he was on Impact
You
TNA.
know, he's been on TV.
He's definitely been on TV because he was also on Impact Wrestling for a long time.
Right. Is that what he said? And when they say what their career
Yeah, it
is,
said
he
Kenny
wrestler?
King, professional wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah, and it showed him wrestling.
I always wonder like how real the.
Well, a
things
lot
they
of
say
those.
are.
There's a lot of
'Cause
fake
we
jobs.
know.
Because Jensen did a whole thing where he's like talking about each guy. He's like, "That's a fake job. That's
Well,
not a
remember
real
Lindsay's
job."
friend was on one of those things, and he they just straight up lied.
Yeah.
And said he was like an accountant
Yeah.
or I don't know, something like that.
Oh yeah. I did hear about that where he did have sex with a woman while her husband watched.
That was his answer.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That was real. He's
One guy was
well,
an aspiring
he
drummer.
so Kenny King also is a like Chippendale dancer, so he probably he's like more
In that scene.
yeah. But he also has like a 12-year-old daughter. So I don't know if that's a good thing for him or a negative thing for him.
Maybe he's mellowed out.
Well, it sounds like it. Because he's like, I'm all about my daughter. I want to find a good mom for my daughter. He's really pulling that angle.
Because
he's like,
that's
I'm
gonna keep him in there for a
she's
while.
10 and Rachel. Man, look at this. Andrew Lindy sounds like
Yeah, dude.
he's
Maybe that should be your next show.
he's watching his. Oh, it's because of Rose Buddies, isn't it?
Benview on Bachelorette.
There's so many Bachelorette podcasts now.
Yeah, but that could be unique. You could have an angle.
Andrew and Janelle.
Yeah, there's all kinds of angles there.
Best wrestling commentator. B.
Yeah. There's a guy with a catchphrase. What's his catchphrase? What's his catch? Waboom. There's a guy that says Waboom.
I heard about the Waboom guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Waboom guy's like famous.
So have you watched any of it?
No, I've watched the videos of Kenny King, and then I've heard about the Waboom guy like on Twitter.
He says it all crazy like Waboom. Oh my gosh. It just makes me like sad. There's a guy saying Waboom on The Bachelorette.
He's like famous.
The Waboom. I guess that got him a name.
Whatever. There's that Catch Me Outside girl is famous.
Catch Me Outside. Never heard of that.
The Catch Me Outside. How about that girl?
Another guy brought a weird doll of himself. Oh my gosh. What
Now
the
I definitely
heck?
have to watch this.
A weird doll of himself. Dude, that's weird stuff. I don't get it. One guy dressed like a penguin and seemed really high to me, he said. Dressed like a penguin? I feel like this is just like a parody at this point. Is that how they always are?
I never watched it. Are you asking Andrew? Because I don't know.
I just sit in the background occasionally and like play my DS and make funny comments, but Janelle doesn't usually like me to do that because she gets mad if I keep saying stuff. I just this is a complete sidetrack.
I watched wrestling live this week because we didn't record yesterday, and then that way I could, because Marty and Sarah do a live Facebook Live after Raw, and I always miss it.
Then you could do
yesterday
it.
I got to do it.
That's cool.
It was fun. Oh, we took some pictures at
Let's see. That's at the wedding.
Yeah, it was me and John and Veronica and Shada's fiance Brandon.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see John there.
Yeah.
He's like weirdly camouflaged. Like I thought he was just a prop in front. I'm like, where's
Well, he's
John?
got his
I know.
Giant, and I'm wearing a princess cowboy hat.
And who's the other guy?
It's a Brandon, it's Shada's fiance.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
It was fun.
I love the photo booth thing.
Yeah, we got one. We got our entire Disneyland crew crammed in, and I wanted to take one with Monica and Chris, but everybody was doing that, and they were busy. You know how it is with bride and groom.
Oh yeah,
everybody wants their attention.
There's very little to go around.
Man, Andrew, you got Andrew talking about.
I know you got him on. I'm telling you, right there.
You and Janelle could talk about
a show.
Bachelorette.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write in about because you were talking about Club 33. It's because it's the name of the street.
33?
Yeah, it's 33 Royale. The address.
Oh.
We're talking about Club 33.
I thought it was.
It's because it's on 33 Royale Street.
Okay.
And it opened after Disney died, so it's not like it's like.
Well, but it's based on his club though that he had for them. They didn't open.
The club didn't open until that club did not exist until after he died.
But I thought he had those apartments up there, and that's where he entertained.
It didn't open until after he died. 100%.
All right. Well, we were off on that.
It was based on his idea, but it didn't open until after he died. I mean, he did, and he designed it, but it didn't open until after he died. It was opened as part of Pirates, like when they were building all that. And then he had the apartments, which were never finished, because the one above where like the Disney Gallery, that was never finished.
I thought they actually like used that up there.
No, not that one.
Really?
That one never opened.
Huh.
It never got built.
I did not know that. I mean, I maybe knew at some point. And I'm also sad that gallery is gone.
And now the gallery is the Dream Suite.
I loved getting to go up there.
Well, they moved the gallery. It's all.
I mean, it's not the same, though.
Not the same.
You get to go up there in those apartments.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool.
Well, that's what it was.
Now you'll never get to go up there again.
Until they, I don't know.
I'm not gonna win that. How do you even get in there anymore? Do they even use it anymore?
Who knows? Well, so yeah, so that's.
Are we starting with rock cards or?
I don't know. I think we should maybe. Oh yeah, we got time to do rock cards.
We already did Amazon, so we're doing pretty good. You get a good one here. Feeling good about this pack.
Also, I don't know why you care about something you're never going to get to do anyways.
What?
Like the Club 33 stuff.
I don't know. It just seems like
you guys, you're like you started sounding like the Gonzo Disney fans. Like everything is sacred, and it was just not you.
I think they should leave it.
Leave what?
Leave it alone.
What?
They'll come home.
Doesn't even make sense.
They're just changing a lot of things I like.
Yeah, but you were like talking about like they shouldn't call the club at Disney World Club 33, and I'm like, who cares? You're not gonna be able to do it anyways.
Yeah, but that just seems like he named it, and that's his original thing.
He named a lot of things. Why not reuse the name? Why does it matter? It's another thing that you're not gonna be able to do.
Still, I have an opinion about it. You don't get to do it.
It's a silly opinion.
I think we should go to the moon again. But I'm not gonna ever get to do it.
You don't know that.
I'm not going to.
You probably have more likelihood of doing that
than going to Club 33. Yep, that is true.
Virgin Galactic will be done like in our lifetime, and what if they have some crazy like sale?
What if Janelle's travel blog?
If all of a sudden, what if like Richard? What if like Virgin Galactic got to the point where it was like $1,000 a person? You're telling me you wouldn't do it?
Absolutely. But my plan is that Janelle's blog takes off, and then they ask us to go, and they pay.
Yeah.
us
What
to
if
go.
you get to? But aren't you scared after the Roald Dahl book about going to a space hotel?
Nah, I'm okay with it.
Gets taken over by aliens?
I'll try it out.
What if you get attacked by vermicious canids?
I'm okay with that.
They'll kill you.
Nah, they didn't kill Charlie. He got out.
They eat you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I don't want to get eaten.
I'm okay.
What if like
Richard Branson is like my Willy Wonka, and he'll be hanging out with us
until he gets eaten?
I'm okay. Then they just go to the like Zero World.
Yeah,
with the grandparents.
You didn't get that far.
What?
Is that what happened? I forgot.
Well, at some point, yeah. Remember, like his grandparents are in like the Zero World, and it's like a negative land.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember exactly how he gets them out.
That
It's a
book is
very weird
crazy.
book. It does not follow like any logic of.
Dude, why they have that was my thing because they're talking about making yet another Wonka movie, or no, they're talking about making a prequel just about Willy Wonka.
Why don't they make?
And I'm like, you have the technology now. The only thing that was holding them back before was that there was no way they could make that movie. Now we can make Great Glass Elevator. Make it happen.
I don't know why they won't. Because it's so funny and so weird.
It would be, dude. They should let Tim Burton do that.
Yeah,
that'd be freaking nuts.
Oh, I don't know though. How after Last Alice in Wonderland? Wait, was he actually? Did he actually direct it, or has he just produced it? That one
he didn't. I don't think he did. He did the Miss Peregrues.
Oh yeah,
so he wasn't doing. I don't think he. No, he didn't. But it had the same characters.
It did. I mean, it was based in the universe he created.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No,
James
not.
Bobbin.
Okay. All right. So then he's fine then. Just want to make sure he's not like in director jail or anything.
The public would be like, "Where's the candy?" Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not it's not candy,
dude. It's Willy Wonka, the Great Glass. I don't know, dude. It's such an awesome story.
It's great.
It's so bonkers.
It's space and it's weird. I think it would be wonderful
if you did that with like Henry Selick, like animation for like if they did like that kind of stuff, like
they were the vicious Canadians for that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, why didn't they ever just do like a Henry Selick like claymation? Like let Leica make freaking Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be freaking dope.
I would watch that.
That'd be dope.
All right. Well, next time when we're at Comic-Con, we'll just
go to Leica booth.
Yeah.
Hey, Leica.
Hey, can you make a Great Glass Elevator?
Just go get those rights. I'm sure the doll that stays just like, it's totally sure. Because he really loved all of the adaptations.
Yeah, it's great. He'll love it. Well, because they did, what's it called? Peach. James and Giant Peach.
Did you hear about Tom and Jerry Willy Wonka cartoon? No.
What? That's weird. No,
there's a Tom and Jerry Willy Wonka cartoon.
Speaking about crazy crossovers, though, did you see like the leak from the Switch game that came out today?
No.
That it's. I mean, it looks pretty legitimate. It could be fake. All right, this is the last thing. It's Mario with raving rabbids, and it's like a fighting, like turn-based game, like RPG.
Shouldn't they be working on the like? Isn't the Mario game like? When is that coming out?
For holiday.
Yeah, but shouldn't they be working on that?
I think it's done.
Then why isn't it out now?
They're doing it for the holiday.
It's a long time.
It's not that. It's 5 months. It comes out in November.
I guess they don't need to. It's not like they're having a shortage.
They're doing great.
Yeah, that's probably makes sense.
I think they're
spacing it out.
But they've got a steady enough stream of new games coming out that people are happy.
Just selling like crazy right now.
Yep. All right, ready.
I'm going to a wrestling show in Hollywood on the Thursday before school gets out.
Really?
On the 8th.
It's crazy.
Because I'm like, I have to go to this show.
Was that the bar one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm going to be so dead.
Yeah, you are.
I'm probably not going to get home till like after midnight.
Just might as well just go with that.
Whatever, dude. Sleep when you're dead.
That's right.
Normally, I'm not of that persuasion, but sometimes when it's like, come on, like
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Because 1, I want to support it, and 2, it's gonna be awesome, and 3, why not?
Why not?
But then on that Friday morning when I'm at work,
like, why?
Whatever.
We're gonna start over.
Gosh, too many things. Oh, which one? That one? Ah, okay.
There you go.
Wait, crap.
Just gotta stretch that out. That's all. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Is that right?
And then you just need that one there.
Okay.
Aha.
Ah. Hello and welcome to another episode of Radio BrendoMan. I'm Brendan Creecy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
And Andrew was saying that there's a Tom and Jerry cartoon movie that came out that is basically the old Willy Wonka movie with Tom and Jerry thrown in.
It's, like, does it have the songs? That's crazy.
Gotta check that out.
Tom and Jerry is great. I mean,
they made a lot of weird. There's like a Tom and Jerry movie that only came out in South America.
Really?
Yeah.
There are a lot of like.
Remember that like
movies.
90s one where they like sang?
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
I was not just the fact that they talked.
But they're still making new ones.
Yeah.
Like my kids know Tom and Jerry from some of the.
But
new
don't
stuff.
they talk now?
I think Tom does.
I think it's all the talking that was because that one that came out in the 90s was supposed to be a big deal. I was not having it because they were singing and they were talking, and that's not Tom and Jerry. But because remember, Tom and Jerry, there was the other mouse, the little baby mouse that talked, because like he talked.
That's okay though, and there's other like the dog talks sometimes.
It's true.
But yeah, I think in the new ones though, like the ones the kids have watched,
remember
I don't
the French
think
mouse.
Much. Yeah.
Man, Tom and Jerry is great.
Also, like super violent.
Yeah. I also like how, like, I mean, Itchy and Scratchy is like a great
it's basically
parody of that. But Tom and Jerry,
good
great.
Stuff.
Did you ever like? Did I ever negatively influence you to like fight?
Yeah, I totally fight people. No, absolutely not. Maybe we were just talking about this the other day. Like,
wasn't Tom like always trying to kill Jerry? Basically,
trying to eat him. Like that's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, because he'd like run in his mouth.
Yeah, and then
he's
like, and then he like lights a fire in his mouth, and and then he gets out because he never chews.
Andrew says there's some songs.
Okay. And
there's an IMDb page. There's I remember Derek and I talked about this because Derek was obsessed with this stuff. There was a Tomcat movie that came out somewhat recently.
Tomcat, like the old cartoon?
Yeah.
No.
There's a lot of random stuff. Top Cat,
yeah.
So there was a Top Cat movie that came out.
No.
There's a lot of random stuff. Do you remember? Well, were you a fan? Okay, here's the question.
Okay.
It skipped theaters. Were you a fan of the Jetsons movie?
Yeah, is that the one where they
with the Tiffany song?
Flintstones?
No, the Jetsons, the freaking theatrical movie that like CG and like the movie.
I never saw that one.
Oh, that was like a big deal.
I know the one where they meet the Flintstones.
That's the Simpsons. That's the Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
That one's great.
We're talking about the Jetsons theatrical movie that came out in the late 90s.
I don't know if I ever saw it.
It was a big deal.
I don't know. Maybe.
Did not do well.
That's probably why I didn't even know it was out.
I saw it in the theater.
I don't know. Is it a CGI one?
It wasn't. There was CGI scenes.
Okay.
This was like mid 90s where it was like a novelty.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Like I think they replaced the voice of whoever they had originally hired as Judy with Tiffany, and then Judy was sang songs and like man.
No, I don't think I saw that.
You ever saw that?
Mm-mm. But I love the Flintstones crossover.
Okay,
that's good.
Here's another Jetsons question. Okay. Did you like that little when they added the springy? What was that little creature that they added?
It's always gonna be
with the springs. It had spring feet. It's like all of a sudden we have this little puffball thing.
Yeah. Anytime they go to that, okay, we
what was that show where they added Shmoo? And now with Shmoo, and then Shmoo got his own show, and it was the new Shmoo show. That was one of those Hanna-Barbera ones.
Yeah, I can't remember which
People,
one it was.
We're dating ourselves because this was stuff that had already happened before we were even born. Yeah, but that was always on. Stuff. Yeah. It's weird that a lot of the stuff that we watched when we were younger, was really old. Scooby-Doo, they weren't even making new Scooby-Doo when we were young until they made the Vincent Price, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. That was new, and I think some of the Scrappy-Doo stuff was made in the early 80s. Yeah. But all the classic Scooby-Doo, but we just watched it all in reruns. Same thing with all of the Yogi Bear, Wacky Races. Although Treasure Hunt, they did make new stuff because Treasure Hunt was kind of like a redo of Wacky Races, but more they all teamed up together in Treasure Hunt. But because I love that show, I was all about Treasure Hunt.
All the Hanna-Barbera stuff. I mean, all the Disney ones.
But what was the Shmoo one? It was some weird thing.
Wasn't it? It was from.
He was just some character they threw in something.
It wasn't Flintstones kid, was it?
No.
This is Kazoo.
You're thinking about that. This is some weird thing where it was all of a sudden there's this character named Shmoo, and then he got his own show. What was that one though in the Jetsons? What was it called?
I don't know. Jetsons springy.
It was a springy fluff ball thing.
But all of those cartoons, that's what they have.
If you have a basically talking dog, Why do you need a
Why
fluff?
do you need it?
Well,
Well,
I think they found him somewhere. Like, didn't they like go to some other planet and then like Elroy is like, I found this thing.
Yeah. That crazy weird creatures in cartoons are the equivalent of adding a cute kid in a
kid.
sitcom. Like,
it's basically the cousin Oliver.
Yeah, it's the cousin Oliver of shows.
Well, then you have shows like Punky Brewster, which the way they differentiated was at the beginning, from the beginning, like she has this friend Glomer. Like, what?
Yeah, where the cartoon is like not even remotely related.
Because I love the openings. We've talked about this. The opening sequence of Punky Brewster, the title is all about how one day she was in the park and she saw the end of the rainbow, and then she found Glomer, and then he's supposed to see, but then like he has to be back before the rainbow's gone, but she kept him too long. That's all in the opening credits of the show.
And this is a show, mind you, that took
about
place in the very real world
in Chicago,
except for the Halloween one. So maybe there is a little precedent there.
That is true. Did you ever? Oh, I gotta find the other really scary episode, Orbity.
Oh, Orbity. Andrew there in the chat hooked us up.
Okay, so there's one other bonkers. It's not as bonkers as the like camping episode where they get trapped in that tunnel and there's monsters and there's the sentient spirit that is 100% real.
And the wall people.
And the wall guy.
Ugh.
And the oh my gosh,
the people stuck
people stuck in the walls, and the skeleton Brandon, and the possessed when Alan gets all possessed.
The dog. What happens to the dog?
The dog turns into a skeleton.
Skeleton dog.
And okay, so the one that here's what I remember of it. This might not be exact.
Okay.
So there's like this creepy old lady that lives in the apartment complex, and she Shmoo came from Little Abner.
Oh, okay. And then went on to his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's very weird.
Little Abner was around forever. Little Abner was such a huge deal. I mean, again, Dogpatch USA, actual theme park.
Oh man, I've done a lot of reading about that place.
Really?
So weird.
It was open. We could have gone there. Should have gone there.
But not riding on a Forerunner, because then you would have gotten decapitated.
That's crazy.
Ugh. We
could still go there though. It says abandoned now.
Just don't
ride
through there.
Yeah.
Who knows what other traps there are?
Ugh. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah,
scary.
So the other scary Punky Brewster. So here's what I remember of the episode.
Okay.
There's a scary old lady. Punky and her friends think she's an actual witch, and then she somehow traps Punky in her apartment.
Oh gosh! Oh yeah,
and
kidnapping. So that's not
and
scary.
then Mike from Fenster Hall, TK Carter, has to save her.
That's
she gets kidnapped by a witch.
That's almost
that's living in their apartment complex.
The other one, because that's real.
Yeah, but I don't know. You know how when you're a little kid, you imagine things.
That other one,
but that one delivered. So I wonder what if this.
I don't know.
So we'll see. I have to find it though. I don't know if it's on the seasons that I have, or if I have to find it.
Dude, I would like to see that, because if it's anything even remotely like the cave one, it'd be worth watching.
Dude, Perils of Punky. If you haven't seen it, we've talked about it enough. Everybody needs to look it up.
Bonkers.
It's bananas. Descriptions of it do not do it justice.
And I was very skeptical before you showed it to me, because I'm like, okay.
Because it's Punky Brewster.
Come on. How bad could... No, it's messed up. It's weird.
It's a weird show.
It's very weird.
Because when they put Punky in danger, she's really in freaking danger.
Yeah.
That show had serious stakes. Henry almost died for real multiple times. They found a dead body in Punky's place.
That's yeah.
Also, Henry opened a restaurant called Punky's Place.
That's right.
In later years. And there was one where a guy died
in the
restaurant and they didn't know what to do. That's a freaking episode.
Hey kids.
I also remember another time they snuck into the mall to something about a pig. I don't know. There's always weird stuff going on in that show.
Apparently so. I did not remember it being that weird, but
oh, here we go. Man, look at Andrew. He's like our research assistant. Season 2, episode 10, Love Thy Neighbor with the Witch Neighbor.
Oh, that sounds even creepier with the title.
Love Thy Neighbor.
Yeah. That's even more messed up.
Oh, he got the...
Oh, he's got a whole giant
okay. It's a giant. On Halloween, Punky tries to play a practical joke on elderly neighbor Isabel Peavy as revenge for the way she treated Punky, Sherry, and Alan. Isabel is a mean old lady, and Punky's friends think Isabel is actually a witch. When Isabel sees Punky trying to play the flying foamy trick on her,
What the heck is that?
Isabel takes Punky inside apartment, and terrified Punky runs back out, unintentionally leaving Brandon behind in Isabel's apartment, and Isabel may not want to give Brandon back. Punky gets Mike. Yeah, see, so it's Brandon that's trapped in the apartment. Punky gets Mike to go to Isabel's apartment to get Brandon, and Isabel explains to Mike the reason why she's so mean, because of something that happened years ago. Isabel absolutely loved dancing. 12 years ago, while Isabel was on her way to the Starland Ballroom to do some dancing, a kid on a bicycle collided with her and didn't even stop. Ever since then, because of the resulting hip injury, Isabel has been unable to dance, and she has hated kids ever since that day. Now Isabel becomes angry at Mike's attempts to offer some help to her, and she shows Mike and Brandon out of her apartment. Mike tells Punky what Isabel told him, and Punky now wants to be Isabel's friend. Punky, Mike, and Brandon later go back to Isabel's apartment, but she's not answering her door, which is unusual for her. Mike kicks the door down. They see Isabel laying on the floor, obviously in pain. Isabel explains that she fell and that her hip hurts. Isabel is rushed to the hospital where she undergoes hip replacement surgery. And after she recovers, she's able to dance again. Realizing that her life was saved by a child, Isabel rediscovers herself and apologizes for being so mean. Then she takes Henry out dancing.
Oh my gosh, dude. What the heck?
It shows Punky Brewster is crazy.
That's like a kid's sitcom.
Yeah. There was also an episode, Punky Brewster may have traumatized me a bit as a child, even though it was my absolute favorite show. Because there's another episode, remember when the Night Stalker thing was happening?
Oh, yeah.
And she's convinced that the Night Stalker is going to kill her, and Henry's like, that's in California, we're in Chicago. And it's just kind of scary. Because she's like, and he's like, well, I can never 100%, I can't guarantee that it's one of those
with
things.
Those 80s shows, they're guaranteeing safety of kids.
I know. You might get divorced. You might get killed.
You might get murdered. I can't guarantee you won't. Yes, you can. You could say that.
And then there's another episode where Henry takes too much sleeping pills, and she's trying to get him to stop taking sleeping pills.
Oh my gosh.
And then of course there's the one where Sherry gets trapped in the refrigerator. Everybody knows about that one.
Oh yeah.
Then there's the one where her neighbor's dad is drunk driving, and nobody believes her, so she just the next day when she's supposed to get in the car, that's the one where she comes out wearing it's in the credits where she's wearing a catcher's mask and a catcher's outfit and padding, and that's why she's wearing the padding, because she knows that she's going to be in a car with a drunk driver, because nobody believes her that the dad is drunk driving.
And that's what's in the credits.
Yes. It's in the opening credits, it's I'm wearing padding, but you don't know why. It's because she knows she's going to have to get in a car with a drunk driver and she might die.
Man, I just don't make them like that anymore.
When Henry had a bleeding ulcer, and I didn't know what that meant, and I was convinced I was going to have a bleeding ulcer. And that's when he loses Punky, and she has to go. First, she gets adopted by this rich family, and they're horrible. Then she has to go to Fenster Hall, because they were trying to make this spinoff called Fenster Hall about orphans and an orphanage.
Man, you have an encyclopedic knowledge of Punky Brewster.
There's also the one where Margot's family loses all their money because they're rich. I think it was a condemnation of rich people.
But she gets rich again, though.
I think so.
They must.
It's Daddy reinvested all his money. We're rich again.
So really, they didn't learn anything.
I don't know.
You want to learn something?
I wish I had a friend like Alan, though. He seemed pretty cool.
Be nice to hang out. You want to learn something?
What?
Let's learn about some rock cards.
Oh, yeah, we should do that. That was the Punky Power.
Punky Power. All right. For those that don't know, we got these pack of rock cards from 1991. I'm going to read the name, tell you a little bit about the person. You got to tell me what they're from. Look at this. Rock climbing, David Lee Roth.
Man, he is rock climbing.
He's on the face of a cliff.
Is this when he was solo? By 91, he was solo.
Let's find out.
I don't think he was definitely not in Van Halen anymore.
Yep, just solo, David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
You're good.
Diamond Dave.
That's one we haven't had before.
That is
I would have remembered the rock climbing. It's weird that's the picture they've got there. Justin Hayward. He looks more like he'd be singing with Michael Bolton than
he looks like
rock
somebody's
band.
dad.
He's lead guitar / vocals.
I have no idea.
I don't recognize. Oh, Moody Blues. We got another Moody Blues. This is testament.
It's
to
very
the fact.
questionable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they rock, I guess. Sure. We got a band one for Anthrax.
Nice. Scott Ian, a person I've seen numerous times at
There
Comic-Con.
you go. Scotty Hill, guitar player.
I know we've had that before,
Yeah,
and I can't remember.
Skid Row. All right, Alec John Such. He's such a interesting facial hair there.
What's going on with that? Is that like a soul patch?
Yeah, but it's like a straight line, straight down the
Remember
middle
when
of his face.
Steve was all about that
Yeah.
soul patch?
Yeah.
It's not very metal.
No, well, I don't know, but he had the long hair to go with it, so I guess that worked.
Yeah.
He plays
That's more of
guitar.
a grunge thing. Not even a grunge thing. That's like a coffee house thing.
He's regarded by his band to be the Gypsy King, whatever that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Did you know that gypsy's a derogatory term?
And you had mentioned that at some point, yeah.
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 Shouldn't say it.
Well, I just read the card, man.
It's bad.
All right.
Just kidding.
He is from Bon Jovi.
Hmm.
Looks kind of like Paul McCartney in that picture.
John Bovey.
John Bowie. Oh, this is enough. This is a band card. This is the other one I kept trying to think of, along with Salty Dog is Junkyard.
Junkyard. Yeah, that
Junkyard
was the other
is
band.
the other one.
What does it say about Junkyard?
Junkyard, hailing from the Lone Star State of Texas, Junkyard blends rough and ready blues attitude with classic rock influences. After moving to Hollywood in 1986, band founders David Roach and Chris Gates hooked up with drummer Patrick Michael Muzingo, bassist Clay Anthony, and guitarist Brian Baker, and hit the local club circuit.
And no one heard of them ever
After 2
again.
years of honing the sound, they were signed to Geffen Records and entered the recording studio to record their self-titled debut LP, a rock and rollin' collection of singles featuring Simple Man, Hollywood, and Hands Off Blues.
Those giant hits.
Yeah.
I know I listen to Hands Off Blues.
But BLOOZE Blues.
What?
Blues, as you can see right there.
Yeah, that was a huge hit.
Tom Kiefer, we've definitely had this one before, because that's like the lowest cut shirt of all. Vocals, guitar, songwriter. Do you remember?
No.
Cinderella. You got a loose tie. Man, what's the point of a tie if you're wearing it that low?
It's like a scarf.
But it's tied like a tie.
Might as well be a scarf.
I don't know. Maybe it is a scarf. But it's a tie scarf.
A tarf?
A tarf. A sty? Paul Taylor, guitar player.
That is some hair.
That's a full perm.
My mom would be envious of that.
He's got a police badge on his jacket there.
That's illegal.
Well, maybe it's like
that is impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, but maybe it's like a junior ranger badge or something. You can't really tell.
That's exactly if you can't tell.
Uh-huh. But you know what you can tell? Alex Skolnick is a guitar player from Berkeley, California.
Skolnick.
He's the thinking man's heavy metal musician. From Testament. Think about that.
I'm thinking.
Janie Lane.
Janie
Lane.
Yeah, that would be from, I believe, from Poison, maybe.
Close. Warrant,
one of those.
That's
Look at that freaking cowboy hat, though.
Oh, Rachel Bolan.
We got a lady.
But I think that's
didn't we figure out that that's not a lady?
I think we did.
Yeah, Rachel. Rachel.
Yeah, that's definitely a dude. Rachel Bolan from Skid Row. All right. Yeah, because I remember saying it's either, that's him.
But what if it's Rachel?
Rachel.
That's Rachel.
Russell. It's pronounced like Russell. Russell. Rob McKillop.
Oh, I should know that.
He likes soccer and mountain biking. It's pretty metal. And he's
know.
from Exodus. There he is.
Soccer metal.
Fixing his guitar string, his bass string.
Looks like Christopher Guest there.
He does. It looks a lot like Christopher Guest. We got a band card from Megadeth. And
we should enter that contest.
We should enter the contest. I think it might have expired back into 1992.
Is that a Megadeth sticker?
Then we got General Vic Launch for Megadeth. Yep. And that's it. That's our rock cards.
Vic, the skeleton guy.
There we go. David Lee Roth. I like that we got a Junkyard band card finally.
Nice. Well, if you want to discuss this or anything else on the show, or you got other cool things you found online, or you want to talk about some weird Punky Brewster or something, you can do that at our Facebook group. Just look up Radio BrendoMan on Facebook, or go to radiobrendo.com and click the Facebook group link. It's also got links to our subreddit.
Yeah.
Stephen Day actually commented on something in there.
In the subreddit?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
Got some action. And I commented back.
It's good.
He's talking about he remembered getting a zip drive and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Old technology talk.
We also, as Phil said before, we're making good on some of the Kickstarter stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of things in motion. We actually, I will be delivering this week, or hopefully tomorrow, because I got all the files now, all the ringtones. For those of you guys that got the ringtones, we finally have that ready to go.
People are waiting with bated breath.
They are.
If anybody out there is actually using a freaking...
Please send us a video of you answering your phone after having one of our ringtones.
I think we put that call out before.
And it didn't happen. And with this batch, I will also include the Kickstarter ones from last time. That's part of the bonus there for it taking so long. Because I know you want them all.
I haven't heard the new ones.
Oh, there's some good stuff.
Oh my gosh,
that's good. Matthew put them together once again, my brother. So
don't forget about the Clicker Heroes clans. You said there's some room in Mandarin Orange Show.
There's still room in the Mandarin Orange Show one.
The other one is John space Goo space Bang space Do.
Right.
And yours is Mandarin space Orange space Show.
Yes, capital letter at the beginning of each word.
Same as good John Goo Bang Do.
Yeah.
Radio BrendoMan's full.
It is. Well, because I kicked mine out and I haven't gotten new ones.
I know
yet,
all of these people and I don't want to kick any of them
out. Well,
unless I could. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got?
Who's the lowest?
The lowest, I think, is your brother.
Member there. Let's see.
Oh no, it's
Mark
Ariano. But he's only one level behind
Matt.
And then that's Matt BB. And I don't think any of these guys have played. They haven't moved at all.
Yeah.
Cavins has moved a little bit. I'm like in the middle, and then all these guys. Although Siege O, I don't think has moved a lot. But then your brother, I don't know what's going on there. And then these three are top three. Scooter Booty, I'm not sure who that is.
Oh, Kermit is Kermit. The red.
Kermit like surged
forward
like huge because Craig was like way ahead of everybody. Kermit is at 41,389, which that's insane.
That's a lot of levels.
Well, I mean, we're like super far on our thing here. I mean, you were like saying you're on like the level 20 or something.
Yeah, you're an immortal guy.
We're about that. We beat 499. We're gonna be on 500 tomorrow.
Man. Yeah, we're down in the low 20s, but we got room for new people. We can grow together. So come and join us.
Oh, I'm back in it.
All right.
So
also interesting update here. I didn't write this in there, but I have an interesting, a fun story about the Marmaduke break.
Oh yeah, what's going on with the Marmaduke break?
All right. So I told you last week about how I called and left a message, and then I talked to the lady at the town hall.
Yeah.
And I never heard back from our friend.
The guy.
So I called again, and the lady there remembered me, and she gave me another phone number, and another one of the members was a lady this time, left another message, did not hear back. So I was waiting a couple days. This is all, in the span of a week, and I didn't want to be super irritating with the lady at town hall. And right as I'm about to call, I get an email from the guy who is the one who's been the contact all throughout, but I'm really confused by the email. Because it's asking me to place an order and blah, blah, blah. And I look closer at it and I realize I think we might have an older person or something that doesn't know quite how internets work. Because he sent me the order that he was sending to the place that makes the bricks, placing the order for the brick I've been bugging him about.
Months and months ago. I mean, we ordered it, last year? And I've been writing him ever since, with contact. In last January, he told me it was going to be ordered. And now he sent me the order that he's sending to the guys. Hey, but not only did he send my order, he sent me orders for 3 other people who I now have contact information for and phone numbers and addresses and all that stuff. It's
stuff.
A privacy breach.
It is a huge, and I don't think he meant to do it. Either he blind carbon copied me because he thought, I'll let him know. That way he's in on the conversation. Because it does have the email address from the other guys. So either he did it on purpose or he doesn't realize that he just emailed all of our contact information to all the other people that are on the list. I don't know. I don't know who else it was sent to.
So then what happened?
So that's it. That happened like yesterday or 2 days ago.
But he sent it to the place has the order?
So the place has the order now. He just finally ordered it. So they have the order now.
Did he send them the money?
I don't know.
Where'd the money go?
I'm assuming he did. Like, I'm assuming they got the money. I don't know how it works. Or maybe it's in-house and it's a guy that does it there. Because their website seems to be linked to it. So I don't know. But one way or another, he's placed the order with me. But
do you know the order went to the right place?
Well, yes, because the main address it was to the right place.
Were you in the BCC?
I was in BCC.
He probably BCC'd everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So did he mean to, thinking, this is how I'm going to let everyone know?
He probably thought it was fine to like everybody to have.
But now I have everyone's information.
How many people's?
I mean, there's like 4.
Did they order bigger bricks?
Yeah, but also these are.
What were the other ones?
The,
did you see what they ordered?
There were just people's names. Like nobody did anything like ours did. So I don't know. But this is the best part. So in the email to it, he says, okay, because like one of them, they had a typo and they wanted it fixed.
Okay.
Another one was like a brand new order. There was another one that was like ours that got overlooked, right? I think there's 4 orders, including ours. And then he said, and by the way, and this is why I think maybe that's internal, because he said, can you remove the option from the website to order a replica brick now? We're not doing that anymore. So I don't know, like...
Are we getting a replica brick?
We are. Like, ours was the last one. He's like, now we're not doing anymore. So did he not want us to get it? I don't know. Like, it's so confusing. But I think now it's been ordered. The guy has my address and phone number, I know, because it's on the thing. So I guess it's been ordered and it should be on a way at some point.
Why are they just now ordering it?
I don't know.
Did you ever get like an apology or anything?
Like the only confirmation I've gotten is this like blind carbon copy of the thing he sent to the place where it was ordered. So this will be interesting to follow here and see. I'm gonna call him again this week and just be like, hey, I got your email. Looks like it's been ordered. Thank you, that kind of thing. But yeah, this just came down the pipes again after leaving several more messages and talking to the lady at the town hall. They're very nice, and
they're very nice.
I don't think it's a.
This is.
I think it's
definitely a Parks and Rec.
Exactly.
You're dealing with Jerry.
I think Jerry placed the order. Honestly, I think that's what we're dealing with.
Jerry was in charge of the Marmaduke bricks.
Because yeah. So I don't know. Be careful who you blind carbon copy and what information you send out to the internet, because I'm not a nefarious person, but I now know that at least 4 other people.
What if they have your phone number?
They do, but.
They're going to steal your identity.
If they do, they're people that ordered a Marmaduke brick, so I think I'm in good company.
Oh my gosh. So I realized the other day that we're going to like run out of Marmaduke.
We are. We need more Marmaduke.
And I found out It's a Dog's Life in particular, because I put a link to it because I'm like, I've never linked to this before.
Right. People want to follow along.
It's $16 used on Amazon, this particular book. And then I was worried. I'm like, are all these expensive? They're not. They're all. I actually put them on my Amazon wish list just so I don't have to go, because some of them you have to like dig through.
Right.
And I think I found like there's a ton. There's at least 15 of these books.
Well, I'd be willing to bet.
But okay, because at first I was like, I'll get the ebooks, but the new ebooks that are out, because you can get them on Amazon. They are just individual gag a day strips.
It's the newer stuff.
Yeah. It's the weekly, because so I'm like, we need
the old school
stories. Well, I think they're the Sunday ones are these ones.
Okay.
Because like the Sunday one is like a multi-panel.
So this is a collection of the
and
Sundays.
That's what I think. Either or that maybe at some point you switch to gag a day, but now they still do the story ones on Sundays.
But I feel like they still do it even now. Okay.
So I don't know. But I do know that the new online only books are just the single panel stuff.
I feel like this,
and that won't work.
Here. Yeah,
we definitely need those, but there are tons of those. So I have a whole bunch of them.
That's good.
And some of them, like there's some that are a little bit pricey. There's a Marmaduke Treasury that I kind of want to get. That's like $25.
I would be willing to bet that might be a thing you could look for a lot of on eBay.
Yeah.
You get like a bunch of them.
Because my mom, she had said that if she knew how much we like these, because she said the guy that she went and bought these from had like 20 of them, and they were $2 a piece.
Okay.
Or like $1 a piece. So, but then she went back and they were gone. but I'm sure we could find them.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm gonna look. But
I would check eBay because I bet you there's like someone's got a lot of them for $5 or something.
Yeah. So
because we are
for a minute I was worried. I'm like, uh-oh.
We're like halfway through this book, and we got a little bit to go here, but it's not going to last forever. We've gone through a book and a half of Marmaduke on the show. That's pretty impressive.
It is. You know what else is impressive is Mountain Room Escapes.
It is.
Well, I forgot I skipped myvacationpants.com.
Oh yeah,
you have a guest article.
I'm the guest columnist or
talking about taking the adventure route.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna write some more of them sometimes.
You're a travel writer now.
Because Janelle, wants to have more consistent, release times for stuff. So I'm gonna help do some of that.
Also, be sure to check out the Mandarin Orange Show.
Yes.
What's your release schedule going to be like over the summer?
Well, like I said, I'm bringing our computer, and we're gonna try to get stuff out, fairly.
Do you even know what your internet access is going to be like?
Most of the hotels we're at have internet, for free. Not all of them. Some of them we're going to be out in like a country farmhouse.
When you're on the cruise,
cruise we won't at all. So I'll be like completely because our phone.
How many nights is that?
That's 7 nights. So we'll be completely incommunicado at that point.
What is the food going to be like on an Italian cruise?
I don't know. I think.
What's the cruise line?
I want to say it's MSC. Is that right?
What's that?
It's like Mediterranean
surfer
cruises, but it's not surfer. I don't remember what the S stands for.
Super cruise,
something like that. It's a brand new ship. We're on like the second or third sailing ever of this ship.
What if there's technical difficulties?
Well, it's possible, but it's like a smart ship. They're calling it.
Ship.
Yeah, like for instance, like in the main hall. It's got the world's largest LCD dome, I want to say. So it's like the Great Hall in Harry Potter. Like you walk in there and at night, like it's stars, or it looks like a storm, or blah, blah. Like they change the entire, or they can make it look like a roof. They have in their store, they have like Minority Report stuff where you can like virtually try on the clothes in front of like screens.
Oh, that's awesome.
They also have like 3 or 4 water slides, like in a little water park. It's a huge ship. It's one of the larger ships ever made.
Man,
and it's like brand new. Like we're like the second or third sailing, something like that.
I'm jealous.
Which is part of how we got such a good deal on it.
Andrew says I had an idea for a guest travel post we could do.
Okay.
What's your idea? Well, while he's typing that.
Yes.
Be sure if you go to check out mountainroomescapes.com, if you're headed, he said, well, any of us can do it. What is it?
Okay.
Mountain Room Escapes, my convention shirts.
That's funny.
Talking about going conventions. Yeah. That's a good article.
Well, it is. Janelle and I have compiled a list of articles that she'll write and I'll write, and I will tell you convention is on the list. So
people are always asking
what we wear to conventions specifically.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, mine.
I'm already getting prepared. I got a 6-pack of undershirts. I'm all about the undershirts now.
Well, I'll tell you what would be fun is maybe when I do it, what I could do is like get like little samples. Like each, get submissions of like a tip from here and there. Brendo's tip and Andrew's tip and whatnot.
He said, me, Cheryl, and David all realize we wear the same 1 or 2 shirts. I do have certain convention shirts.
Well, yeah, the certain fits that I like to have.
Well, then specific. I think you're also
and then
specific shirts.
Logos as well. Yeah,
there's certain nerd shirts you can get away with wearing.
Yeah,
but Mountain Room Escapes is pretty awesome.
It is. They're doing well.
Big Bear.
Yeah,
they're pretty booked.
They've got.
If you're looking for a fun activity to do this summer.
They have like 5 or 6 employees now, so they're going to be actually running it while everyone in my family is on vacation.
Well,
so it will still be open while we're gone.
Well, use the code RadioBrendoMan at the mountainroomescapes.com for $5 off each ticket and a special exclusive gift at the game.
Deal.
And also check out our friends Crude Inc. Etsy.com/shop/Crude Inc. for some cool vinyl artwork and upcoming appearances. We got July 19th through 23rd, San Diego Comic-Con. Should be hearing back pretty soon.
Hopefully so, right?
Hope so.
Yes.
Soon.
Very soon.
There's no tickets. There's no hotel rooms.
No, if you're not going already, then oh well.
Comic-Con Palm Springs does have tickets and there's still hotel rooms.
Yep.
August 25th through the 27th. I got my hotel room.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah, because I don't want them. the stuff was already getting booked up. So I jumped in. I did a booking so I can cancel it, but
that's good.
I got that because I don't want to get shut out, because mine is within walking distance this year.
Nice. That ours last year was, except it was too hot.
Even though it is, but I know where to park for free now.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Benview folks, we found a secret spot.
If you get there early enough, there's street parking.
There is, but whatever.
Yeah.
And Stan Lee's also confirmed for San Diego Comic-Con.
Really?
Just confirmed.
All right. He's going to be around.
Still going strong. Long Beach Comic-Con is September 2nd through 3rd, which I'm going to be very busy that weekend because that's also Battle Los Angeles, so it's going to be a wrestling at night, convention during the day.
You'll be tired.
Situation. If I get tickets to Bola.
True.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm back to getting shut out of every PWG show. We'll see.
Never know.
The next show, the tickets go on sale Tuesday. We'll see if I get those ones. That one's happening in July. No, June 16th is the PWG show.
Janelle's birthday.
And then there's the next PWG is July 7th, but I think I'm going to Brian's in Arizona that weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Because Brian wants me to come hang out before they have their baby.
Last hurrah.
I guess.
We went to a festival for my last hurrah.
We went on a giant road trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they're doing. They went to see Brian Wilson.
Oh, yeah?
Because I was supposed to go, but then I had a wedding.
What's important?
Brian took his dad.
That's cool. You like it?
And said they had a great time. He's very impressed with Blondie Chaplin, who can still super shred on guitar. And said it was great. I wasn't surprised. They extended the tour. They're playing, you know what we should get tickets to?
What's that?
In October, because he extended the tour. It sounds like
he's
having a good time.
Where's he playing in October?
Costa Mesa.
Oh.
So that's
doable. Where's that at?
Some theater in Costa Mesa.
It's not the Observatory, is it?
No, they're playing at the fairgrounds or something.
Okay.
If it was at the Observatory, I don't know.
I know that.
I don't think the old people could handle standing up.
No.
That's a stand-up only venue. I don't think the target audience
or being yelled at by the security all the time. Yeah.
Hey, don't you yell at me. There'd be like a dad riot.
Yeah. Dad riot. That's a good
Angry men in Hawaiian shirts have taken over the Observatory.
Dad riot. Dad riot.
October 6th to the 8th, LA Podfest.
Yeah.
They announced more shows.
It's going to be good. I'm very excited.
I'm very excited too. All right, so you already talked about the Marmaduke.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't write anything else?
I didn't write it down, but I can tell you about it. So this week, I kind of mentioned earlier, it's the end of the year. Stuff is nuts. Janelle has 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
Kids have, it's 2.5
pack up
weeks.
Her whole room?
No. The good thing is she gets to keep her same room.
That's good.
So she's got to pack it up to a certain degree.
But not pack
it's all there
to move it out.
But the crazy part,
I still can't believe she went to a school where they had to move their entire rooms
multiple times.
That's a freaking nightmare.
Multiple schools that she's.
That's not practical.
No, it's horrible.
That's a terrible thing to do to your teachers.
But when they don't have enough room, that's what happens.
Ugh.
But I have a big thing coming up. It's not this weekend, but next weekend. We're doing a yard sale. And during that time, I'm cleaning out my garage and I'm going to inventory my sound system. Now, for those that don't know, I have a giant sound system that I use for many years to do concerts and do sound for other events and stuff. It's good for about 3,000, 3,500 people, something like that. It's huge.
It can make a building shake.
It's enormous. Brendan could lay down inside the subs.
They're very large.
It's very large, and I haven't used that part of the sound system in probably 8 years. I haven't used it since we moved to this house.
Yeah.
In Yucaipa. The last time I used it, I used to do sound for Vincent Biola.
I still feel like the last time we used the big subs was Mock Rock 06.
It might be that long ago. I
think the last time we used the big subs was 10 years ago.
It's probably so. I feel like I might have pulled them out for something at Seacoast one time, but that again would be 07 at the latest. Yeah. I don't know. So anyway,
I just got a note. You know how Because remember, you used to like, well, you didn't, but so they used to be able to connect like any blog to Facebook, and it would publish the posts as notes.
Okay.
So sometimes in my memories, there's notes, and it's like old posts from from BrendoMan.com.
Uh-huh.
And one of them, I was complaining like, today I spent all day helping Phil clean graffiti off the trailer at Seacoast, because he used to get graffiti all the time. Yep. I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing that we used to do.
Oh, yep. I remember that. I went through so much of that, like paint thinner, like
paint
scrubbing
thinner
off
stuff.
that thing.
And I'm sure we like shortened our lives
probably
from inhaling it.
And they were like so irritating. Like, okay, I get it. You graffitied my trailer. Stop it. But it's time. I'm going to keep the medium sound system.
But it's just taking up space in your garage.
I have a 2-car garage, and I have about 1 car's worth completely full of the sound system. Because it's so big, I don't use it. And it's a bummer, but I'm probably not going to anytime soon.
And for you to get rid of stuff, because you also have some sentimentality about this sound system.
Huge amount of sentimentality.
But it's a giant sound system that's just sitting in your garage.
And I have a potential buyer. I got to do an inventory to.
You're about to go on vacation. That'd be a big help for you.
It is. I probably won't actually sell until I get back.
Yeah, but that would be a big help.
It'll help a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to get out of it, but I'm hoping for $1,000, $1,500 maybe. I bought it for $6,750 back in the day.
But you've definitely made.
But not only have I made more than that back on its own, I also sold the trailer for $900 a while back.
And we're talking about like a 20-year-old analog system,
right? Which it still works great. And if someone wants
everybody
that,
wants digital stuff these days.
So
like your board it's an analog board.
It is. It's great. It works great.
It's fancy.
But
you're gonna keep like the amplifiers and stuff, or would you be
I'm gonna keep some of it. I'm gonna keep enough stuff that I could run a show for 100 people, or maybe even 200. Like I can't
like
imagine,
a wedding system,
like a wedding. I could do a wedding with it. I could do a small concert, and that's really the most I'm gonna need, probably, at least in the immediate future. I used to, that was kind of like my part-time job, was doing sound stuff, but it's just I don't have time for it as much anymore, and I don't have the trailer anymore to haul around the giant stuff, so it's kind of not practical.
Now it's whatever you can fit in your truck, and you definitely couldn't fit those giant subs in your truck.
So I'm keeping.
Well, I mean, you could probably fit like one of them.
I know I could fit 1 or 2 at a time. Well, I could fit one at a time.
Took the top off your truck.
Yeah, and I have done that before. Like I've moved them.
Well, I remember we've done that a couple times
when I couldn't get the trailer
pain in the butt.
So yeah, it's time. But let me tell you, there's a lot of sentimentality attached.
Poor Phil.
It's emotional, but I actually am the one that suggested
over
it.
A speaker.
Janelle didn't ask for it, but I was just like talking to my brother, and I'm like, you know what? Do you think I could get money? And he's like, yeah, I think I got a guy. And I'm like, I think it's time. I think I'm ready. I want my garage back. I never had that garage.
Nope.
And I don't need it. I'm not using it.
It's just been sitting there taking up space.
There. It's sad.
And I know it's hard, but it's always been my philosophy. And I like stuff. I'm not like anti-stuff. I'm not one of those weird like minimalist people. It's my opinion that if something has been sitting in your house or in your garage or in your closet unused for more than 1 or 2 years, then you really need to evaluate, do you need this in your life? Because obviously, otherwise, what is it? It's just something you look at every once in a while.
Well, and that's the thing with this. It's like buried. Like I can't even look at it. Really,
it's just taking up space.
It is, because it's large. I mean, I used to have a 20-foot trailer that it filled to the ceiling, front to back. So imagine that's all in my garage now, and it's just not practical. But it's emotional. After I said it out loud, everyone because I said it, my family was hanging out. And I was like, I think I'm ready to sell it. It was kind of like a hush came over the room. Like, did he just say what I think he just said? Like, you're really ready to let it go? And I'm like, yeah, I think it's time. And I don't think anyone was prepared to hear that. But it's time. Well, it's time.
I think I talked about this a little bit last time, but I officiated a wedding.
Yeah, that's right.
I read a Mark Twain quote that everybody liked.
Ooh, that's good.
It was because I actually kind of, I went on I was just looking for like a wedding order.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I did everything.
Right.
And the Universal Life Church actually has a script generator.
Really?
And it'll generate random readings.
Huh.
And based on your own criteria. and it spat out this Mark Twain reading that was actually really nice. So I'm like, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna use it.
So you're gonna do an original one then for the next wedding you do, right? You're
I'm not gonna do the same one. Shada's like, if you want to read that same one, I'm like, I'll mix it up. There's gonna be some same people. I don't want to.
Well, this
little
guy
hacky.
So this is Mark Twain.
But she also wants me to do. She wants me to do the Princess Bride opening.
Like marriage?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
She said I want to do a funny voice.
Okay.
But she just wants me to start.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Yeah.
We had marriage buttons at our wedding.
I know.
So I mean,
I don't know what I
fully
did with
support
mine.
that.
I had one.
Probably have more somewhere.
I've also got Luke and Audrey buttons.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to my. I had a Luke magnet.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm always looking for more magnets so I can put pictures on my fridge.
They're out there somewhere.
Well, so I'm a wedding officiant. All right, see you later. Oh, Andrew's graduating from college tomorrow.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, graduate.
You should get some sleep. Although this is what we did. I mean, not listen to podcasts, but stay up all night before our graduation. I definitely did not sleep. So you're in good company.
I remember my last night at Central, I was trying to pack up my dorm and I still didn't.
Yeah.
I ended up leaving a bunch of stuff and not getting my deposit back because I was just kind of like, screw it.
So basically how we always
and our deposit was only $25. So I'm like, I don't need that $25 that bad. I left a ton of stuff in the closet.
Yeah.
I was such a little jerk.
You paid a $25 cleaning fee, basically.
I left like an old microwave, like a coffee maker. Because I was like, I was like, everything I take, I'm taking to my mom's, and she's gonna be mad because everything I take back is my mom's gonna scrutinize. And then I'm leaving the country, and I didn't know when and if I was ever coming back. So I had like zero attachment to anything,
right. And
I left a ton of stuff. But I do that. Like I've left stuff in apartments.
Man.
Like I left the TV like an old like CRT like at the La Palma place. I accidentally left a pair of shoes and I was super bummed about that because I had a BOGO on like my Vans and I had my BOGO pair because I'm like, I'm gonna wear these for at least a year if not more, and then I forgot that I had like stowed them away like in one of the closets. I also left a bunch of old baseball cards. I mean, yeah, but sentimental value. Because they were ones that I had like separated in little packs on my own.
Yeah.
There was also a bunch of old goofy. Talk about we could have had some fun. I had like a whole entire box of non-sports cards.
Oh, I still have that around. If you ever
every possible movie. I had like Goonies. I had a ton. The majority of them were Batman. Nice. And Terminator 2. I had a ton of Terminator 2 cards for some reason. I think I found like, I don't want to say, I think they were, okay, so we had did you ever have like a Sears outlet store?
It wasn't near us. Like I've been to one like later.
I think I've taken you by there's this mall in Encinitas on the way to Luz.
Yeah.
And the McDonald's is closed too, which is weird because it was like the McDonald's. It's the McDonald's, and it was also the crazy thing about the McDonald's. I know I've said it before. Was the drive-through was like in a separate room from the kitchen. So imagine there's like a hallway to the bathroom, and there's some tables, and then there's like the kitchen on one side, and then on the other side there's the drive-through. So they're separated. It's not all together. So in order to get the food to the drive-through, there was this crazy conveyor belt thing.
I remember you talking
and the food would go through this conveyor belt. And my favorite thing to do was to sit on one of the tables and just sit up watching all the food go by. And I'm like, ooh, that guy got 3 milkshakes. And because this was also the day, because it would come, it wouldn't be bagged yet. It would just come in like a tray so you could see what they got. And then the guy in the drive-through place would then put it in like a bag.
Probably like not sanitary.
It didn't make any sense. Right? But then like that whole McDonald's is gone now.
Man.
And which I never even heard of a McDonald's closing.
I mean, I guess it does happen.
I guess. I think it's just because, I don't know. That whole shopping center is kind of like, there's a Sprouts there where the Sears. So anyway, there was a Sears outlet in that mall, and now it's a Sprouts. But it used to be a Sears outlet, and it was one of those things where like, the only time I feel like I ever went there was when my grandparents came to visit, and they would always, because my grandpa would always look for like, he would always find old like cheap tools and like he was always looking for like computer stuff, like for his old weird computers, like TRS was Radio Shack, but he had some other ones that they only had at like Sears, and like so he would always be finding weird stuff there. And then my mom sometimes would take us there to get like clothes,
right?
But like I remember going there with my grandparents because they would always let us pick something out, but you'd always be picking out from like janky whatever they had at like Sears Outlet. And so I don't know why I was talking about Sears Outlet.
Terminator cards?
Oh yeah. So I think when they had like a selection of cards, I think they probably had like a box of Terminator 2 cards for like $10. And I was like, yeah. And then like, so, but because it was always like, oh, they have WWF figures, but the only ones they have are like Vince McMahon and the announcer, like Mean Gene Okerlund. It was never like an actual wrestler. So like I remember I had both Vince McMahon and Mean Gene Okerlund because my grandparents, and then it would be like Nintendo games, but like the best one would be like Shadowgate. And so like, but I mean, for most people though, but like that's like, I mean, for me, I was stoked, but like there was nothing my brother wanted.
Right.
So like I got to, and they'd be like $25, which at the time that was a good deal. So it'd be like janky Nintendo games and weird non-sports cards and like 1983 tops. Like, and then like and like in the 90s they would have just like, you know, those like, so remember there was I think they were called like rack packs, where it'd be like a series of it would be like the long cellophane ones where it'd be like they would all be cellophane together in the little packs.
Yeah.
They had tons of those of 1986 tops, which I think are the most worthless baseball cards. I think the two most worthless baseball card sets are 1986 tops and then 1990 tops, because 1990 was like the peak baseball card. Like, we are just gonna make 1 billion baseball cards, and they aren't even worth the freaking like cardboard.
I have the complete set boxed mint of 87 through 91 tops.
Yeah,
and I priced them out, and I think I could get like $50 for the lot.
You'd be real lucky.
I think I could.
I think. Well, are they sealed?
The sealed.
That's probably, if they're sealed, you could probably get some buyers on that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have 5 sets, and I think I can get something like $10 each.
But you bought those thinking they were gonna. Our parents, we were all convinced we were gonna be millionaires. We were all convinced we were gonna be gajillionaires.
I have a pretty extensive baseball card collection.
Oh yeah.
That, again, I mean, the whole thing combined, I could probably get $60.
My album of cards is probably worth like $10.
Yeah.
And these are like, I spend years and like time, and I was obsessed. All right, well, that's that discussion. I finished Anne's House of Dreams.
Man.
So I finished book 5.
You're flying.
Dude, okay. Anne's House of Dreams got like real dark for a minute.
Is that the one with the war?
Nope.
Okay.
But you can already tell like they're talking about like war's coming.
Yeah.
But Anne's House of Dreams is great. I love it, but it's where
she's married to Gilbert.
Yeah, so married things happen.
Yeah.
And it's a little sad.
Yeah.
Sad married things happen. But it's also got the story of, what's the neighbor's name? Crap.
Which one? Rachel Lynn?
Nope. The neighbor at
in the house there?
Next to House of Dreams. The one that has, it's a really crazy story. I did not predict how it was going to end, where her husband, like, so she married really young to this older guy, and then he went off. And she never thought he was going to come back because he was like a sailor. Because this one, Captain Jim is in. He's the best part about Anne's House of Dreams, Captain Jim. So because it's a sailing town that they live in, and Gilbert's like the town doctor, and oh man, I forgot her name because she's like a major part of the series now. I think it's Sarah. I don't know. One of the new ones. One of her new friends.
Okay.
And so then like her husband is found on like in Cuba or somewhere, but he can't remember, and he has no memories, and he's like feeble-minded. So now she's like miserable because she just has to take care of this like guy that she hates, and then like crazy things happen after that.
Okay.
And I don't want to spoil.
But I remember.
But it's like a great story because I had no idea where it was going. Like I had an idea, but then it was like, whoa. some twists.
Now, this what's been fun. So we watched through the movies with the kids, like the Kevin Sullivan ones. And now we've been watching through Avonlea, the series that focuses on Sarah Stanley, but it's still in the same universe. Sorry. I've been really allergy. And the crazy part is a lot of the stories in Avonlea are pulled from the adventures of Anne, and they just adapt them into these other characters. And so I'm reading through it. It also is very confusing time-wise because I'm like reading here and then this happens.
I'm
trying to remember, like, was that in the show or did I read that?
What book are you on right now?
I'm still on Anne of the Island.
It's when she's at college, right?
So it's when she's at the college, which is crazy because they skip over that whole entire thing in the movies. Like, it doesn't go until she teaches there. So it jumps around a lot, and the whole romance with Gilbert is much more truncated in the movie. Like,
doesn't have what's his face, Roy Gardner?
No, not in the movies.
Man, because that's a great story.
It's very, but there's another guy though.
There's the other guy, Peter Sloan from Avonlea.
Yeah, but it's not the dad. I don't even know if.
And then there's the other guy who gets his sister to ask. Oh, because Jane Andrews' his brother. So Jane asks her, and then she like humiliates him. So Jane's mom's horrible to Anne pretty much forever after that.
There's another one though where it's the father in the movie. It's the father of one of the students at the college, and I don't think that happens in the books, does it? Where he's like interested in her.
No,
I don't think that's in the book.
That sounds creepy.
Yeah, like, and he's, I don't know. I think he's in like his 40s, and she's like 18 or something like that. So it's a little. But that's a whole, like, the focus of the second movie is mostly that. I don't know. Maybe something like that does happen. No, but it doesn't make sense because she's married by then. So I'm pretty sure that was completely made up for the movie. But then a lot of the stories that are in the books are in the show.
So yeah, I finished Anne's House of Dreams. I also finished Comics 101. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. That's when you were reading about basic getting into comics.
Yeah. And then I'm reading Mouse Tales in the bathroom right now just because I had gotten it out to give to one of the people at work because when I was talking, I found out the music teacher at the school I work at used to work at Hungry Bear, but he worked there like before I did. Right? That's where he met his wife, and like very typical Disney story. And so we were talking about Mouse Tales, and because I was like, that's one of the reasons why I worked there. You know, like I read it. So now I'm reading it again. It's such a great book. Like it's bonkers. It almost makes me nostalgic for like working there.
Right.
But it also reminds me of why it's horrible. So, because this weekend we had our old Disney crew table at Monica's wedding, so we were all just swapping stories, and it's always fun talking to them, and it does make me nostalgic about like those times. So maybe that's why I'm reading it again. I don't know. I also just need something to read on the toilet.
Gotta have a bathroom book.
And then I'm reading Anne of Ingleside. I'm already quite a few chapters in. And it does a big time jump because at the end of Anne's House of Dreams, they have their first child.
Yeah.
And Jem. And then they realize they have to move because their house is too small. So then when the friend leaves into that, they move into her house. Oh, no, they don't. They don't move into her house. Her friend leaves, and so her friend buys the House of Dreams as their summer home, so she knows it's still going to be in good hands because that's her big worry is like someone's going to take it and then like ruin it.
Right.
And so then they move into town in a big old house because it's one of those. It definitely still is relevant. Like, oh, this house is for sale. It's only going to be on the market during this time. Like, who has it? Like, we got to go now. We got to do it.
Yep.
And so, but then. So Anna, so that's where she moved. She named the house. I also like the idea of naming your houses.
Yeah, I've never done it. We have the orchard, but that's like our yard.
Yeah,
I don't call our house that.
But she names all of her houses, and I like that.
David and Amber called their property the Hollow, so they named my parents' property. Cool. They just call the property.
So she moves into Ingleside, and it does a big time jump. There's a really big time jump because. Well, I did find out that Anne of Ingleside was written way later.
Yeah, but it's like to fill in.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple like that where she filled in gaps. Yeah.
So this one starts, and Anne and Gilbert now have 5 children, and a 6th is on the way. And it's really funny how all of these books, they kind of because I'd heard about those like stories about how like they couldn't say the word pregnant on like I Love Lucy. This is almost the same thing because they never straight up ever say that Anne is pregnant. They always kind of dance around it. It's really weird. I think it's a parlance of the times that it was considered like naughty to talk about that stuff.
And if you remember, like we were talking about earlier, the American publisher was like really strict, and so he censored a lot of her stuff.
So
I don't know if that's different in the British one or not, but it might be.
It seriously never says Anne is pregnant. Yeah. It always kind of, it's weird. And in this one, it's funny because they send because Anne's had some problems in childbirth, so they send the kids away. And the story that I just read, this isn't really a spoiler. It's just a really sweet story where their middle son, one of their sons, like they send him to go live with some random people, and he like the kids that he's with, like they're awful, and they basically tell her like your mom's dead, and like so he immediately like in the middle of the night just gets up and like walks home 6 miles and like almost dies
just to make sure,
and it's just really sweet and like it's really adorable. And
great series.
It's really good. I really like it. Oh, Gilbert's aunt is like living with him and is driving everyone crazy. And I also like all the callbacks because like I just got to where Rebecca Dew from Windy Poplars comes to stay with him. Little Elizabeth, who's not little anymore. And then you find out like what happens to like the twins and like just these are characters you've like years and years worth. Like it's really cool.
And there's still, so that's the 6th book, right?
This is book 6.
Yeah, 2 more.
Davy
and Dora,
they're
not in the movies at all. They're only in Avonlea.
Oh man,
yeah.
And like, Davy reminds me a lot of the Great Brain like series, like his all his adventures when he has like because like what's the kid that like Anne like really likes?
Shoot, the one
Patrick?
that like his dad comes home.
Yeah, it's like Patrick. No.
Man,
but I love how Davy's always trying to be like him,
right,
and like it's kind of they got that rivalry for Anne's like affections, basically.
And he wants to be. That's his motivation to be
good.
To be
like
good. To be as good as him.
Yeah.
What is his name? I can think it was like Jimmy, but it's not Jimmy. He's the one that has the rock people.
Yeah.
None of that's in the movies.
Oh man!
But some of that makes it in the Avonlea show, so it's kind of fun.
So that's what I'm reading. We're out of time.
Yes, we are.
So you're currently reading Anne of the Island.
So I'm on Anne of the Island. Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the Radio BrendoMan playlist, bit.ly/Radio BrendoMan. I gotta add some new tracks in there because I've been listening.
Summer tracks.
Well, the new Amy Man is amazing. I think we were talking about this, and also Awesome Mix Volume 2. Still, I got Spotify Premium because I was tired of listening to commercials while I was playing on. Because you know how I figured out a way to if you do the web player, not the app, but the web player, which is I think it's like listen.spotify.com or something, in the browser. And if your browser is running ad block, you won't get any commercials. But I kind of felt bad because I'm like, this is basically stealing. But then when you do it through PlayStation, I couldn't do that. So I was still listening to ads, and so it just kind of would take me out of like because I played Diablo 3 and I'm listening to music, and then all of a sudden it would be like that freaking what is it that Lowe's that Lowe's commercial, and I'm like or like they have a lot of commercials about like DirecTV and stuff like cable, and like I'm just like I don't need to hear about any of this garbage, and also it's all the place trying to get you to get that PlayStation View, which is their TV service. So I'm like, they had a deal where it was 3 months for $9.99 and then $9.99 a month after. And I figure I'd buy like a CD a month.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. If you're going to use it, that's not a bad price.
And it's got everything I could ever want. And also no commercials means like, and you can skip around all you want. Cause like on normal Spotify, you get like 6 skips before it's like they pop in a commercial. And
you know what I can skip on all the time and never get ads? Is my CDs.
Yeah, but this way I have it all and I don't have to pull out CDs. And
don't get to pull out CDs.
Oh my gosh. We're not going to have this discussion.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I'm excited about it. That's where we're at. I think we need to do. I definitely think it's time.
It's time.
It's Marmaduke time.
It is. Man, after last week's, I mean,
we're gonna need to do like a special TV talk episode or something.
We are, because
like a 20
shows like
wrap up.
Yeah, because there's been some good stuff.
I still haven't watched I haven't watched the season finale Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet.
It's good.
With Ghost Rider?
Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. I don't want to spoil it, but
right.
I feel like they pulled it off. What I was not sure about
the season finale of Goldberg's?
I did, yeah. The graduation.
It's really good.
Watch that.
Kevin Smith, another great job.
It was great.
Kevin Smith did 2 great episodes.
That one was very much a tearjerker.
Oh, well,
I mean, it's the whole thing. He doesn't want to she doesn't want to let her daughter go off to college. I mean, and then the daughter realizes how much she doesn't want to leave home.
I know you got a long time.
I refuse to even think about it. Like, I have to block off that part of my brain. I can't do it.
I mean, we say this a lot about the Goldbergs, but I just love when they show like the real stuff.
Oh yeah.
And also the whole thing with Police Academy, because it's very true. Like, you're either yay Police Academy or your Police Academy is the worst thing ever. And I love that his old girlfriend showed up and was like, this is awful. And his new girlfriend, who is amazing, and she's there by herself to watch Police Academy 5 Assignment in Miami Beach, which might be the worst one. Right. No, 6. Although 6 is where they kind of got goofy again. But I feel like everything without Steve Guttenberg, when they had that new guy trying to be the new Tackleberry or the new Mahoney, it just wasn't as good.
I couldn't tell the difference between any past 4. I know the first 4.
But I love when I like when they were arguing about which, because we've definitely had those conversations. Yeah. But the answer is definitely Citizens on Patrol. Right. I mean, come on.
Yumma, 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 yumma.
Yeah. Oh, that was also... Man, this is where my brother and me is just like, because they also had the same argument. They were like, there is no argument. The answer is Citizens on Patrol.
Got David Spade and Tony
No, I don't think it was. It was something else. It wasn't my brother and me. What was it where they were talking about it? I don't know. No. But again, Police Academy is one of the very polarizing.
Yes.
And I feel like, but if you were a certain age at a certain time, it's what bonds us together.
Yep.
I know that was one of the things that we bonded over.
Totally stupid, but
they are the stupidest movies.
Like, it doesn't get stupider, but it's just fun.
But my brother and I, we would watch those. I'm pretty sure I've seen all the, definitely the first 4, hundreds of times.
Yeah, it's
because they were always playing on TV. They were also a frequent rental because. I don't know. They were just one of those things that I just rented a lot.
And because they were on TV, that's where we had the incident at Biola. I didn't realize. I didn't know the first one.
The first one is super dirty. Me either.
Because we watched the later ones, which were totally just cheesy. Dumb. And then I've seen the first one on TV, which was edited. And so we busted that out and watched it in the lobby. And we're like, oh, this is really dirty.
Yeah.
And from then on, Matt called it Police Anatomy. And now it's time for Marmaduke.
It's Marmaduke time.
All right, here we go. After last week's. All right, Phil's outside with Marmaduke, and the newspaper boy is driving by on his bike, and he's throwing it towards him. And Marmaduke is looking at the paper, and Phil says, "Marmaduke, fetch!" And then Marmaduke jumps out and grabs the newspaper.
Marmaduke is, again, ginormous.
Absolutely. I mean,
well, I think there's some perspective.
There's a little perspective there, but even compared to Phil, he's pretty big.
Yeah, he's at least 2 Phil arm lengths,
at least
long.
Yeah. Then Phil says, "I've been giving him lessons." And Marmaduke catches the newspaper in his mouth. And Dot's got a really weird look on her face. And he says, "All it takes is a little discipline." And then Marmaduke brings it back. Now, we know this is going to go bad because Marmaduke will not be disciplined or controlled. "Give me the paper, fella." I said, "Give me the paper." And look at that face. All of a sudden, he's like demon
Marmaduke's
face.
head is bigger than Phil's head.
Yeah. And now, Phil's got this demon face. "Give me that paper."
He turned back into the Joker a little bit.
And then look at Marmaduke starting to get evil. He's got evil eyes.
They're doing the stare down,
controlling, trying to force control, and then rip. And then Marmaduke has completely shredded it. He looks all angry.
He basically killed Phil.
And Phil's laying down on his back.
He's in shock.
He's in shock. He's flat down on the cement. And Dot is leaning over him, screaming in his face. And she says, "Okay, fella, go buy another paper, fella."
Is she yelling that to Phil?
We don't know. Because she's pointing at Marmaduke and she's yelling in Phil's face. And Marmaduke, I mean, look at that. He's now grown, sitting down.
Marmaduke is
than
like
Dot.
Marmaduke looks like he's like regurgitating. Marmaduke looks
He's
possessed.
like he's eating them, and that's like in The Exorcist. He's like spewing something out.
He's like just spewing newspaper. But like this like weird, crazy stare down.
I'm telling you, that's where their spirits are like trying to control each other. And Phil loses, obviously. I mean, yeah.
Man.
Marmaduke.
Well,
hope we get that brick.
Hope we get that brick.
You know what's going to happen is it's going to come and be on hold in the mailbox post office for a month.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. If it doesn't come like within the next 3 weeks. I'm afraid like I can put your address on there, but by the time I change that, who knows if it'll ever get to us. So I don't know. Hopefully it comes in the next 3 weeks.
It's not.
But I don't know how long it takes because they just ordered it. And what if the post office loses it?
They're not going to lose it.
I don't know.
You can't think that negatively.
I know, but our post office has given me cause for a little bit of skepticism. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, everybody go to radiobrendo.com and click that Amazon banner.
Yes, please.
And do all that stuff.
Buy
Check
all the
out
things.
Rate, review, subscribe as always. We need more reviews. We haven't gotten any in a long time.
Review it.
We'll read them.
We will. Review it and give us some stars. As many as you feel like we're worthy of.
Yeah, we need some more of that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And tell your friends. If you got friends that are like, I would really like to listen to a podcast where guys talk about comic books from things that people don't care about, like Marmaduke, and
that's right.
Talk about Punky Brewster at length.
And old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
What is this episode called?
This one is called...
I forgot what we talked about.
I don't know.
Was this the one where we talked about Punky at length?
I think that was the last one.
Yeah. I don't even know.
What did we talk about? What have we been talking about for an hour?
I'll come up with this one.
All right.
Phil forgot what we talked about.
Phil forgot, yeah. Anne. We talked a lot about Anne.
Yeah.
But I don't have any like clever things for it. Anne's House of Brendo. All right, that's good.
That's so stupid.
I think that's perfect.
Oh, my House of Brendos.
Oh, Gilbert. Thought I always dreamed. A house of Brendos of my very own.
What would a House of Brendos look like?
Blah, blah, blah. And she'd have her very own kitchen Brendo. Kitchen Brendo. Bring me the current wine.
Instead of Susan, they have Brendo.
Yeah, they have a Brendo. A hired Brendo. You work the farm.
I like that it's not, because I was worried we were going to get into like a Downton Abbey type thing, but like Susan's just part of the family.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be the way, like with other people, like their hired kid. Like
Canadians aren't like jerks.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the
there's no upstairs, downstairs.
Charlotte the Fourth, remember?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
But
where they're just like part of
there
the
was
family.
a thing that where like at certain places, like some of like the more upper crusty people got mad if the help was eating with the family.
Yeah. But that was usually the people that we were supposed to kind of think is
they're like Gilbert's aunt, for instance.
Yeah. Well,
and, yeah.
Anne's House of Brendos would be. I would read that. I think it's perfect. I'm rooting for that one.
Captain Brendo.
Captain Brendo, yes.
I would. Could you? What if that was your job? Was to run a lighthouse?
I think it'd be really cool.
I'd get scared.
I've seen enough lighthouses that it just would be a cool place to live. Sometimes they're like on an island or like
I think I'd get a little freaked out.
But why? It'd be rad.
So you're by yourself.
You could have a family.
Lighthouse.
You could have a family.
Captain Jim was all by himself.
Well, it could be.
And he had the first mate, was his cat.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool.
A lot of lighthouses are spooky.
Well, if you had a House of Brendos, it wouldn't be spooky at all.
Now I have to go to Prince Edward Island and they can go see the House of Brendos.
The House of Brendos. Oh, do you want to go there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not cheap.
No,
I was thinking like even if, Because then I started looking at like hotels and stuff, and it's
Yeah,
like,
even if you
holy
get there,
crap.
yeah, because they know I think they're catering to the audience of people that are willing to spend money to go see and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, once again, radiobrendo.com and bendynetwork.com for all the other Benview Network shows. MBWS is a thing.
That is a thing.
Definitely, hopefully, be doing some more this summer. Also, Popsicles return at some point, maybe.
Some point coming soon to a internet near you.
Mandarin Show, you're going strong. Alex P. Keaton, you got to finish your season.
That's right. We'll get it done.
What would we do, baby?
Without the rest of our season, it would be bad.
Got to finish those episodes.
We're getting them in there before I leave because we got to.
Got to get our... I don't know the rest of the words of that song.
Without us, sha-la-la.
There ain't no nothing.
We can't love each other through.
We can finish our episodes through. What would we do, baby, without this podcast?
Sha-la-la.
All right, well, for Radio BrendoMan, I'm Brendan Creecy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
Have a good one, everybody. And John Goobang Doo.
And House of Brendos. What number are we on now?
333.
Man. Perfect. Love it.
I feel like that's one of our things is whenever we can't figure something out, we just put Brendo.
Brendo, it's perfect.
Brendo, the title.
It's like Smurf.
It is like Smurf.
Yeah, it works for any part of speech.
Our pages, it went from 5 to 7.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
Our weekly reach is up.
I don't know what any of that means.
I don't know. Whoa.
We need to do more Doritos fan.
I posted a thing on it like a month ago.
Oh, about the Guardians?
Yeah.
Did you read that horrific story about that woman that got botulism by putting nacho cheese from a gas station on her Doritos?
Talking to someone about that.
It turned out that the nacho cheese was like bad and she's like in a hospital fighting for her life.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, who puts nacho cheese on Doritos?
Yeah,
who's doing that?
Gas station food.
I would never put gas station nacho cheese.
Yeah.
But still,
I mean,
I hope she
doesn't die from nacho cheese gas station.
That's a horrible way to go.
That's bad.
Because nobody's ever going to forget that.
No, that will be on her tombstone. Died of gas station nacho cheese. That's a horrible.
It's also like, so I'll show you. It's also like taking up the news feed for Doritos. Because like it's such a big story. It's that and the Guardians thing. Because there's always funny things that pop up. Because, I got my little like keywords I put in.
She really did have too much good stuff.
Oh, Taco Bell's giving away free Doritos Locos Tacos anytime a visiting team wins. Oh, yeah, so here's like this lady. There's a couple of these stories. Mom put nacho cheese. 3 weeks later, she's still in the hospital.
Ugh.
Whole Foods won't sell Doritos.
Why won't it sell
Here's
Doritos?
Another, because they're Whole Foods.
But why would they? It seems like pointless. Whole Foods also won't
Here's
sell
another
gummy worms.
one dead from the botulism outbreak.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a bear that ate some Doritos. It's all this women. And then this lady that eats Doritos Locos.
The knife and fork, that's a Seinfeld episode.
He's talking about the Waboom guy. There's a video of him where he slathers himself in crumbled Doritos.
And he's a racist.
A lot of this botulism in the nacho cheese.
Oh gosh.
Oh, these are the new. What are these? They have the Oreos that I wanted.
Stunt foods.
Freaking Forbes in your paywall.
Is it really not gonna let us look at it?
Another one about the Waboom guy.
Peanut butter cup.
Yeah, it's peanut butter cup.
Oh.
That's the one that I wanted. So you don't care about that. The one I wanted before that, though, was there was another one I wanted that Mark got, and I never found anywhere.
Which one was that?
I forgot. It was in the group. It was when I was complaining about limited edition foods, and he's like, I got these. Stunt foods.
Oh, Michelin.
I think you have to go to Target or Walmart, and I do not want to go to Walmart. So the popping candy ones.
Oh,
I couldn't find them anywhere.
Oreos?
I couldn't find them anywhere.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Because Ellie Kemper is in the commercial
For Pop Rocks Oreos?
Yeah.
So cool.
But it's not Pop Rocks,
Well,
it's
not
popping
officially
candy.
Popping.
Well, did you know that Kimmy Schmidt season 3 is up?
Oh,
I don't know how I'm gonna have time to watch
we've
any of
already
this
watched
stuff.
like the first 3. It's amazing.
Because I need to finish Master and None. I need to finish Anne with an E.
Dude, there's the 3rd episode in is like a musical one.
Yeah, I've heard
Titus,
Titus just. It's basically the Titus show now.
It's incredible. Like
that's what people
are
saying.
very, like fourth wall breaking and stuff, and it's just.
People are saying it's like the Titus show.
Oh my gosh, it's so.
They
amazing.
definitely know like how because he's just.
Oh my gosh.
Titus is the best. I don't know where did they even find him?
I don't know. Titus Andromedon. He's amazing. And I'm telling you.
Does he like a stand-up? I don't know what he does.
I don't know.
It's so funny.
Did she have the trash bag Titus at the end of the last season, or is that new?
I think she did.
I can't remember.
I don't remember because she was all sad that he left.
Yeah, so she makes like a trash bag version of him.
Because he went to Titusville.
Yeah.
Well, she's great. She's amazing. She's so funny. Because all I think about when I think because she's great in everything. I mean, of course. I mean, she's what's her name in Princess Bride? Not Miracle Max's wife. Maxine?
No, it's not.
It's not Maxine.
I don't know which. What is her name?
When she's the ghost of Christmas Present.
Yeah, it's
Kane. A toaster. That's my.
What is her name in it?
You sure it's not Miracle Maxine?
No, I'm gonna remember it. I don't know if he even ever says it. Kane. Yeah, Kane.
Not Carole King, the singer.
I don't know if he ever actually says it out loud.
Is it just the witch?
No, because I think it says her name in the end credits, and I'm drawing a blank here.
Valerie,
yes. I think he maybe says it one time.
My love is like a storybook story. Love this song.
Our kids know it because they listen to it as like nighttime music.
Remember this used to be the tape I liked looking for it for you.
Oh, this is the one. Well, because I had like a copied version of it. Then I got like an official release.
Was it like out of print for a while?
Yeah, for a long time. And then like finding the CD took me years. I didn't get that till after I was married.
But isn't Mark Knopfler just like, doesn't he just do film stuff? Is he like
a lot of stuff? I actually have looked up some of his stuff, and I bought a CD of his because he has like other albums he does too.
This was my wife and I's wedding song. Instead of I do, we both said as you wish. And I always said that if I had a daughter, I'd want her to watch this. Now that she's 3, she loves it. Oh, Snake Man 227. Best comment I ever read, Snake Man. Awesome.
That's amazing. Oh, Snake Man.
Oh, because chance you married the Baroness because of Snake Man? Baroness Cobra.
Oh.
G.I. Joe. And they said would have rather had Zorana, like more G.I. Joe jokes. Oh, it's pretty good. I can understand why this song is good for male. See, this is like the best YouTube comments I've ever read. Why can't they all be like this?
You make me cry. You're a class act, sir. Snake Man 227.
We are celebrating 18 years of storybook love, like a storybook story. Oh. 29 people have 6. See, like this is, it's all people quoting.
Yeah.
Why can't every YouTube comment section be like this? I give this song an inconceivable 11 on a scale of 10.
Oh man,
this one goes to 11, like a rubber rose. Oh, dude. Oh. Smell the glove. Man, see, this is great.
No one's like calling anyone Hitler or saying racist stuff.
296 buys it, only showing my view count.
Okay.
Smallville is also educational. Okay, then here's a weird some guy talking about Smallville.
They're like, no, Prince Bride is better.
Our love is like a story. I'm only 12, and I'm pretty sure this will be my favorite movie forever, and I have loved it my whole life, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Aw, Gabby C.
There's some guy that keeps posting stuff to like.
It's a bot.
A free down or watching online. That seems
I need a good cry and have flashbacks of the sad and happy moments in my life and the love of my mom, dad, and grandmother. R.I.P. Mom, dad, and grandma. Oh, that's really sad.
A lot of quotes.
Get back, witch.
Another person saying they walked down the aisle to this song.
See, why can't all YouTube comment? Princess Bride fans are good YouTube citizens.
Best movie of all time.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. I love that soundtrack.
Someone's watching YouTube right now.
I used to fall asleep to it as a kid too. And now my kids get to. See, like there's a whole like channel of Mark Knopfler. It's good stuff.
Well, let's not get on YouTube all night.
Yeah, we should probably. We're still live.
Ooh, I got a guild.
How do you get so many rubies?
Saved them.
Wait, how did you spend? What did you do right now?
I just switched a guild over.
Does it not cost you to do that?
It costs you 80 hero souls.
So you're like have them all focused on a couple.
That's what you want to do. You have to do that.
Have it all spread out.
You don't want to do that. Once you don't want to start focusing until you have at least like 70 guilds total, and then you want to put them all on one. That's one of the main strategies of how to get far. What are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm almost as far as you.
Yeah, but this only took me like a day. I like just transcended. Because I do my strategies. And then once you get to 1500 level, you switch down to the next one. Boom, 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 boom.
You guys are at like 3000.
You went too far. You don't need them that high. You're wasting souls. You're wasting gold. You only need your gilded guy because this guy's doing 99% of the total. I don't need to level up the other guys. You only get them to where you're doing, man, you need to get in with the strategies. I thought you read the subreddit.
Yeah, but my way seemed to be working.
I mean, it might work, but it's definitely not optimized for least amount of things. Because now I put this and I'll get a bunch more. Look, just boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Get some more guilds.
Huh.
Boom.
It's amazing. I think we're still live on YouTube, so.
Hey, this is exciting.
Just saying.
What?
Might want to say goodnight.
All right, good night, YouTube. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh gosh. Oh God.
Oh. Bad angle. You're looking at
but that's, oh my God. That's just the sun is going to just come right through.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Oh yeah, it's gone. It's gone, baby, gone. It's time.
It's time.
Because then I'm gonna shave it off, so then I can be comfortable wearing hats.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be hat guy.
It's all right.
I can't wear a hat to work though. But I'm
More
inside.
like a fedora.
I'm not gonna be a. Then I will be a fedora wearing neckbeard.
All right. A pith helmet? What if you came to work in a pith helmet? What would happen? Or a beret. You could wear a beret. Like a nice dress beret.
What about like a pork pie? It's a little different.
Sure. Or a bow tie with it.
Like what are the Blues Brothers wore like pork pies? What's the hat that the Blues Brothers wore? Those aren't fedoras.
No, it's not a fedora.
Pork pie.
I think that's the right name for it.
Let me wear those.
Or a bowler.
Bowler Brendo.
Bowler Brendo. That would really be good at the bow tie.
I'm not wearing a bow tie.
Bow tie and a bowler. Dude, what if that was your new look?
No.
That could be huge.
No.
Brendo with a bow tie and a bowler.
Bo Brendo.
Bo Brendo.
Bo Brendo.
Bo Brendo.
All right, good night, YouTube.
Good night.